Then the next set could be Namek. The next set could be the different.
I'm trying to think if I've seen that and how far in the show was when they made it. I want to say they had at least made it to Frieza with that Monopoly set. That'd be an interesting thing to collect. It'd be very weird. There's people who do it though.
What's the name would be a fun one? An MCU based one.
MCU based. I'm surprised they haven't done it.
Because they've gone to enough places where you have enough what's the names to fill the board.
I wonder if that's true. It probably is. Because each movie brings in like at least 5 new places. So that'd be interesting. This is a very slow, cold opening. Because me and Joe are very tired. Don's taking care of his Pokemons.
I wish I could take care of my Pokemon.
You know?
I don't have any revives. And because like I've been doing like the Team Rocket, like fighting whenever I can to try to get whatever Shadow Pokemon.
Team Rocket.
And
who would have thought they'd still be relevant?
Sorry, Team Go Rocket.
Oh, wow.
That's okay. Whatever.
Aren't you glad Pokemon Go isn't like Tamagotchi where you have to take care of each and every one? You catch like that many, you're like, yo, damn.
They better have like a way to
300 mouths to feed.
They better have like a way to 300. I have 18 or had 1800.
But in the show, Ash caught like 500 Tauros.
Which is stupid, and then he just makes Professor Oak take care of it.
Like, literally, there was an episode where they showed, like...
The Tauros Ranch.
Yeah, there's literally an episode where they show all of Ash's extra Pokemon, and you just see the Tauros stampeding everywhere. You see Monk and all them.
And he was feeding every single one. Oh, yeah, it's lunchtime right now. I'm like, nigga, you got, like, 500 freaking...
And that's just Ash.
That's just Ash's Pokemon.
And remember, Gary was supposed to, like...
Gary caught all of the first ones.
So it was like...
And all of the second-gen ones. So where the hell are they?
Yep.
Rotting in Pokeballs. That's what they're doing.
Professor Oak outsources feeding Pokemon.
He's got migrant workers feeding Pokemon.
Word.
Wow.
Oh, that's a skit right there.
Now, who's the most Mexican he'd be mad if we said that. He'd be mad if we said that. We're not going to say that.
What you gotta do? You gotta wait till when his family reunions come up and just take a camera around and then.
It's 2019. We can find an actual Mexican person instead of trying to make a Puerto Rican look like a Mexican.
I had a feeling I knew who you were talking about.
Oh, you know exactly who we're talking about, but he doesn't really like Mexican people, so we can't make him seem like he's Mexican. Anyway, Puerto Rican parade was crazy.
Cholo boy swag.
Yeah, it was crazy.
I saw something. I don't know if it was like related to the fest or anything, but apparently somebody got killed. Like a police officer killed one of them. I don't know.
That's why I stay at home where it's safe. Play
video games. Exactly.
The other night, I got
why don't
followed
you
by
go
a
outside?
cop.
Because it's not safe.
Like, cop followed me from, he had somebody pulled over on Brighton. He had somebody pulled over on the Town Line Road. And I ended up going from there all the way up towards, like, basically where Jer lives. Mm-hmm. And that's where the jurisdiction cuts off. And I'm sitting there like, you followed me that long. He was literally behind me for 10 minutes out of the 20-minute fare I was doing.
Remember when we were driving, I was telling you I thought of a really dumb, really stupid, hilarious anime? You just reminded me of it. So imagine if, like, cops could only... You remember what Big Mike was saying? How his character, how he's, like, indestructible in his neighborhood, but outside of his neighborhood, he's average? It's pretty much imagine that for cops.
Big Mike and Nick's character, they worked together on that racist ass character because of course Nick was a part of that.
Imagine that, but cops, but it's based on their jurisdiction. So like Highway Patrol are like Beerus level cops, but as soon as they go into the city, Yajirobe.
I mean that's basically the Special Defense Force from Yu Yu Hakusho.
It'd be hilarious.
Yeah, we're big time.
Yajirobe did beat Vegeta.
Yeah, but people be sleeping on Yajirobe even though Yajirobe saved the show.
Yeah, because he was the fastest person with a sword.
Word. He was the Kenshin in a world of Saiyans.
He understood what needed to be done. I wouldn't put him like that. but he's pretty good.
I mean, he was doing really good in the tournament till Mr. Stinky got to him.
Mr. Stinky. Oh yeah, that guy. Is that I can't remember. That's who beat him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
He was the masked fighter, and then
It's like that's clear. Like it's not like Jackie Chun. It's like no, that's clearly Yajirobe. Like there was no question.
Speaking of stinky, we ran into a ghost skunk the other day. It's mad strong.
Last
Last night,
skunks freaking everywhere.
like we were talking and it just hit you like.
Sneasel is definitely my favorite. Sneasel. I just took a screenshot. It's like, you know that meme of SpongeBob was like, who do you think you're talking to, or something like that? I caught it with Sneasel.
Wow. You take screenshots of your Pokemon now?
Don't judge me.
What? Is that a thing you can do, or did you just take a screenshot?
I just took a screenshot.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, like, now they have like a glamour posing with your Pokemon.
You can take pictures of your Pokemon.
You can?
Yeah.
And like they do different poses and shit?
Well, it's like you tap on them and they'll like the little.
Yeah, they'll do pre-ordered stuff and eventually, you know.
Interesting.
Oh, I found out something for you, Ungrateful Ninja.
Speaking of pre-orders, I need to pre-order Iceborne. I still need to
Do you have pre-order Iceborne money?
I don't, but I also have a credit card, so.
Shame.
Yeah. So before we get into that stuff, though, who is here? Because lots of people are silent. Joe's very upset. He's frothing with anger.
Cash has had to pee on the floor.
Yeah, Cash peed and pooped in two places in the
Wait,
house.
he pooped too?
Yeah, he pooped here. Remember when we came in?
Well,
and then in front of Joe's. You said in front of the bathroom downstairs, apparently.
No, he pooped and pissed in my room, and then he pooped up here. Yes, the day before. Then he pissed and pooped right here this morning after I had him outside for about 40 minutes.
What is going on with him? Like, he was.
I don't know, but
fine.
he's like this close to having my foot shoved so far up his ass he won't be able to poop it out.
I mean, he'd barely be able to poop out one of your toes, Joe. He's a very small dog. You put your foot up his ass, it's like already tickling his tonsils. Do dogs have tonsils? Okay, that's not. Somebody call that. Anyway, so who's here? There's me, Ungrateful Ninja. There's you.
Yeah.
What's your name though?
Yeah.
Okay. Would be weird. Obscura.
Yeah.
There's Shadow.
Want to get hard also?
Currently, what? Currently living up to his name because the sun is like coming from behind him, and I can only see his eyes and his teeth.
It's because he's been playing too much Dark Souls.
Yo, I haven't played Dark Souls.
I saw Dark Souls 1 and 2, and I saw like Demon Souls all at the store for $20, and I was like, but it would take so long to beat them.
It would take for freaking ever.
I'm not gonna. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I most likely would have never have beaten. Like, I don't even fully beat Dark Souls if it wasn't for like the whole like modding thing.
Yeah.
So
I was there. I know.
Yeah,
because that was
so good.
when I got live again, because I could download because it was free.
Double-edged sword.
They can be. You have to get the right ones. You have to have like a list of shit that someone gives you.
Like
and who's this person? Real quick.
BBJ.
The Big Sasquatch.
Yep, the Jokage.
Olympic Sasquatch.
What'd you say?
Olympic Sasquatch.
Oh, you said Olympic? I thought you said La Big Sasquatch. I was going to say
we really are in Pulp Fiction. The Big Mac.
That is your backdrop, though.
Weirdly enough, it is.
That's a stand.
That's your posters. Movie posters? That'd be terrifying.
So what you guys can't see for now, because I'll be buying the camera so we can record these things.
And it's pornos.
I mean, if we record these, it's really just going to be on Twitch.
They can still see it.
YouTube is kind of with like constant video like that. That's like a lot.
It's not a lot.
Hey, Critical Catch, sweet.
It's not a lot.
You say that's not a lot. You're not the one that's got to edit it.
That's why I said it's
put
not
everything
a lot.
up. Yeah, exactly. And I would be sitting here like, I gotta cut through all this shit. It could make us look cool.
Add some special effects in here and there.
Add
some
some
sound
filter.
effects.
Make me look less ugly. Anyway.
Maybe you one day will be graced by Markiplier's presence.
Maybe. Why stop there? We could be bigger than him.
I don't know.
Damn, the doubt. You see that? That's why which one of you motherfuckers didn't believe hard enough? You believe in the heart of the cards for it to fuck up your deck and create the magic bullshit.
Sorry.
Can you turn on that light? Because I really can't see his face. Turn on the light.
I got you.
All right.
you
Okay, now I see the handsome features.
bringing up my light bill.
Stop it. I told him I'm going to start getting mean with y'all. You're handsome, damn it. Shut your ass up. Anyway.
Your light's on. I don't know why you...
Howard Johnson's always got to be on.
Wait, you can like...
No.
Yeah.
You can shake it.
You know,
Taylor Swift made this phone. You shake it like this, then the camera turns on. If you shake it like that, then the light turns on.
That's cool. My phone
I don't
doesn't
know
do
who
that.
made that song though, but
My phone doesn't.
You know, it's when you get attacked, you know.
Yes,
blind the person.
My solar beam. Just go.
Solar flashback.
You know,
I wish I knew how to do that in real life.
That is just purely for Taylor Swift because you know she's gonna try and shake it off. Idea for a new song if I'm being attacked, and then the light comes on.
Taylor Swift doesn't need new songs because she makes them she steals the souls of the men that she's fucked and then makes them into songs.
T Swizzle, I would like a song after me.
T Swizzo?
Swizzle.
Oh, you sure you can be with her? She got a long back.
How dare you talk bad about her? That is so.
The funny thing is, you cry, you smiling though, so you know it's true. You're like, damn. He's like,
I don't know why you're saying I'm smiling when I'm clearly not. You can hear it in my voice.
You can hear it in your voice that you're smiling. Your soul is smiling right now.
No, his soul is dying laughing right
Word,
now.
he's trying to hold it back like, no, I need to get famous as Taylor Swift can make it happen. You need to hold it in.
Taylor Swift would not make me famous. You know, would make me famous?
She'll make you famous when she makes that song about the one guy who ripped me in half with his dick. That guy.
His shadow.
Not.
Why not one day and Tuesday? Monday, Tuesday?
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. God damn, this is going to be in my head now.
Wait, are they alternating?
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
They're alternating.
I remember something.
Saturday.
For you, Ungrateful Ninja.
Mm.
New season of Psycho-Pass got announced.
You didn't remember that.
Wait, what? New season of
Yeah!
Psycho-Pass?
Is it going to have Kogami in it, though?
See, this is why I say
know.
we need to have the camera, because you two mimicking each other with little hand gestures things. It's like, they need to see the fact that, you know, who the crazy ones are.
Clearly us.
And
we're you two from the dark universe.
Negative zone.
Darkness. Remember the thing I told you about with the Justins? That's probably going to happen. So, Joe keeps saying he knows so many people named Justin. I've only met like 2 people in my life named Justin, other than like the 7 I've met through doing Lyft. And we don't really talk to each other. It's really like, I'm afraid that if a Justin touches another Justin, it'll be like, destroy that area's reality or whatever. We're like singular points, you know? Or something like that.
Maybe that's why I haven't seen any other people with my name.
Absorb them all.
Y'all might be another one. Absorb them all. I hope not. But yeah, if they bring back Kogami, I haven't seen the movie, so I don't know where the story goes after the second season.
Does the movie take place after the second season? Or
I believe it.
See, I'm not caught up. That's why I don't know.
I can't remember because I watched the second season and then I was watching it. I was watching it with somebody as it was happening, so it was like separated by all the weeks and stuff. So I can't remember everything. And it happened. That was like a while ago. That was like fucking.
I don't know the specifics, but I was going through anime that's supposed to be coming out rest of this year and some of next year, and Psycho-Pass was on that list of stuff that's supposed to be coming out.
Nice.
That was on the list, and also another season of Food Wars. So they might actually finish the anime.
I hope they do.
Because the way the anime ended, it was like, oh, the final boss has his lieutenants. Good guy and his friends versus the final boss's lieutenants.
The least they could do is cap it off.
Yeah, they stopped.
They gave it the bleach treatment with the manga,
and they stopped after the first wave of fights or matches. So there's probably going to be 2 or 3 more waves of matches. So they could probably squeeze maybe 2 episodes per match, and they could probably finish the anime. Possibly, I don't know. I'm not reading the manga. I was going to wait.
Yeah,
to see what happens.
I need to watch that. I know Joe said he wanted to watch it.
Yeah, we need to get both of y'all to watch at the same time, and you guys could have Shokugekis.
Maybe.
That sounded very suggestive.
Food Wars.
Giggity.
Isn't that what that means? Food Wars?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or something along those lines, anyways.
You just said something very, very crazy, and all the Japanese listeners are like, what?
Nani?
Eh? Eh?
Oh my god.
Oh, so apparently,
Remember the dude's like, you think this is cute? He's like, eh? She's like, eh? Eh? Bad funny.
apparently, Capcom is recruiting Resident Evil fans to test out a future title. I'm like, what?
That sounds like a trap.
Right?
Come
Some sort of online type stuff right there.
Come to Korea where we have our real life. What's his name?
Oh yeah, the Umbrella Corp.
Yeah, it's like no.
They have a skincare company that has the Umbrella Corp logo.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Fucking okay.
That's
Okay, so since we're on that fucking level,
Nemesis.
mad fucking stories about crazy shit lately. Apparently, Tokyo is working on making chimeras, and no one's stopping them.
That's because Eric wants his animal girls.
And I'm not talking about I'm talking about Eric's like, this needs to go through. I don't know his desk like J. Jonah Jameson. Give me pictures of that anime girl. Fucking yes, they're making chimeras and they're using human DNA and stuff like that. So the movie Splice. Have you ever seen the movie Splice? I guess.
Now it's gonna get bad when people
That
start
movie was
making
stupid.
Full
Very
Alchemist
stupid.
references.
It's gonna happen now, so you better love your stupid life now. Also, learn how to use more of these swords, and you learn how to use the 3-sword style because they're
Honestly,
the
I've been-
chimeras are coming. Oh,
Honestly,
they're
I've been
coming.
wanting to like practice with one of the swords.
Probably practice with my Shinai episode.
But I just want to say practice with
Yeah.
an animal girl. That's what like.
Yeah,
Practice with the animal
that's the
girl.
practice
Well,
ones.
that's
A Boken? You a Boken?
Yeah.
True.
That's probably better than.
but it's like
mine's a Shinai.
speaking of practice, this is like not really dealing with practice. One of our neighbors, well, he said he was a neighbor. He said he lived like over there. He said he like
Always been
went-
weird on that because I'm like, does that make you a neighbor? Nigga, you don't live next to me. You live across the street.
Neighbor.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. Okay.
But he had came by one day, like he run it over one morning. I'm like, I thought like somebody was coming from like one of you guys. So I come down and answer the door. He's like, "Is that your punching bag in the back?" I'm like, "No, that's
Nigga, you
my
can
brother."
see that from the street.
He said he like
You must have been looking kind of hard.
he said he like was because he had his bike. He said he rode by and he saw like kind of like saw it as it was going by. So he actually went back there and like looked like checked it on like.
Nigga, you telling too much. Remember,
Why
I
you telling
told you the
yourself?
light was on that one night. There was a light. It was weird because the light turned on and nobody was back there. So I just thought maybe it was like one of the like a.
I don't know if that was
wire.
sound. I don't know if it meant like during like daytime or nothing. But he did say like he went back there and checked out.
You-
but
okay,
he asked
this-
me like if I knew where you
he
got
white?
it from. No.
Wow, so he's got balls then. You know what kind of neighborhood this is, and you just walking in people's backyards and shit. Expected not to get shot, like.
But he asked me like if I knew where you got it from. I said I think you got it from Amazon. You did get it from Amazon, right? Yeah. So I just told him like Amazon, and he's like, okay, thank you. I was like,
I didn't realize Amazon delivered like big shit like that.
Yeah.
Like
Amazon does
Amazon
appliances
too.
Get
now.
my fucking bed. So back to this guy though.
Man, I probably would have seen that. Like, you got an issue? What you doing back here? you work for us or something? You here to
Work
do the
for
lawn?
us?
You here to do the lawn? No, fuck out.
See now, you know he downplayed. He would have came out with his Iraqi uniform on. He would have had to.
Oh no, I
Be like,
definitely. I
be like-
definitely
Yeah, he
had
would have
the
been
shorty.
sitting in here like Zaraki for 10 hours doing his hair.
He'd have been like, "What the fuck are you?"
He would have been like Itachi, just sitting on the pole, like. So.
That kind of ruined his character a little bit for me when I found that out about his hair. Zaraki does his own hair and it takes him like 10 hours to do it.
I mean, he don't got nothing else to do.
Because he's
Don't
trying to
nobody
get
want
that,
that heat.
that top bell on or whatever, and it takes him like, he's doing it himself. He's like, they need to do a video of that. They need to do a short of him trying to do his hair. Apparently, he hated the first lieutenant, Yamamoto's lieutenant. He hated him because he tried to give him a hair care product or something like that. It made his hair too fluffy and stuff. And he's like, I hate that nigga.
It'll be hilarious. You remember what was it called? Was it Peacemaker? Remember when
There's like a movie of him as an adult now.
Yeah.
Like still in the Shinzagumi.
You remember how they took Old Boy's book of poems, and that was an episode. They should do that with someone taking Zaraki's bells.
That'd be hilarious.
Yeah.
Hijikata was chasing the kid all around. And then it's bad funny because he gave it to somebody and they're like, keep going with it, and they just gave it to Hijikata. They're like, no. Or no, yeah, it was his brother. He's like, no, I work for him. Also, he's a murderer. He just killed me. Hijikata's a beast.
So good.
And of course, Okita was the one that was instigating all that shit. Huh?
Who it might have been. I watch everybody who be writing.
He said his name was William.
That could be a fake name.
Well, I'm about to stomp the bill out that boy. We'll find this. Find out where he lives. Nice place, nigga.
Oh, that's fucked up. In his backyard.
Exactly.
Rolling around in the dirt. Doctors. Buy another one, you rich motherfucker. Yeah.
Oh, untimely death. So apparently they're releasing a Inuyasha 3D action RPG for cell phones.
Why are you bringing us cell phone stuff?
I know how he like Inuyasha. Fortunately, this is China only, so you gotta brush up on your Chinese.
Stop yelling. Nah, but like
I think it's a little late for Inuyasha stuff.
You said you wanted to watch Final Act like a couple of days ago.
I have to finish it because yes, I still say
I suffered through 200 episodes of bullshit, and I still say it's one of my top animes. Is it really?
Yeah.
Even though it's not done yet.
The Final Act is what finishes.
Or I mean, even though you like haven't finished it yourself.
Yeah.
See,
that's how much. That's between that.
What if it gets hit with a Game of Thrones ending though?
See, I'm not a Game of Thrones fan.
I'm surprised you're watching it though, because you know how Game of Thrones ends, and I'm sitting there down here yesterday with him watching all the anime titties. You
hear it first, folks.
Watching all the
anime titties and something that doesn't have anime in it.
Hey, Tyrion's progressive. Let's just say that. He's sitting down there watching all this stuff, and I'm sitting there watching it with him, all the titties and stuff, and I'm like, bro, why are you watching this? I know why I'm sitting here watching this, because titties. but you know how the story ends. You're watching it for actually story stuff, and it's like it's gonna end bad. You know it ends bad.
I still haven't seen like how it actually ended, but people
didn't like things that happened.
I'm pretty sure they didn't.
But like,
maybe you don't know. Maybe I'll like it. You don't know.
Well,
you don't know my life.
See, that's
you don't know what I've been through.
Is that George R. R. Martin was literally using the movie or TV, like, whatever you want to call it. It basically is a fucking movie. Every episode is like 2.5 hours. Each episode is longer than fucking a Fast and Furious movie, so it's basically a movie. But fucking, you gonna fight me on this? right?
You're gonna say that I'm wrong?
You said I'm wrong? Grow up. No, but for real though. Even he was like, yeah, I'm using the movie, or I'm using the ending season movies to basically like flesh out the story and then figure out what I don't want to do for the books, because he hasn't finished the books. So he's gonna be like, okay, make the TV show, and then afterwards be like, oh, people didn't like that ending. Okay, I'll make a different ending for the books.
Oh, it says actually, because I've
been he said he's gonna do.
I've been cracking jokes saying that that's why he did that, but
that's exactly why he did it, because he's like, I don't want to fail at this shit. Also, my books are more important. Fuck y'all. Maybe they'll make like a final act for what's his name, where they'll go back and just
Game of Thrones Reborn.
No, they won't do that.
Game of Thrones Brotherhood.
Exactly.
HBO won't. They won't allow it.
They won't allow it, but at the same time, they'd also be like, "There's a lot of money to make if you like, oh yeah, it's good shit from the books."
If they already were saying, you know what, it's too much money going into this, and it was huge already, and they were saying, "No, we're done with you." I don't think they're gonna go that route.
Yeah, what, are they gonna put all their money into Westworld?
I don't know what the fuck they're gonna do. HBO is probably gonna try and find something that has a new way to show nudity, because that's all HBO cares about is nudity.
That's why they're a studio after my own heart, because they're trying to make my ratio real.
Just watch porn then if you want to see titties.
No, porn is not. No, I don't want to just see titties.
He wants story.
I want story. I want good acting.
Then watch Australian pornos.
What?
I don't know what to tell you.
The fuck?
Yes, because they actually make legitimate movies with sex in them, that have actually good actors and actresses.
Damn.
But they
You
don't
just
release
open
it
the
out
world
here.
for
50-50 though, because I'm like, Game of Thrones had like 30% titties, 30% porn. My idea is that everything has a certain amount of porn to it, even if it's just dirty jokes. It's like 2% or whatever, 5%. But like, I'm trying to look for something that's 50-50. It's half porn, so it's actually like penetration. It's not fucking softcore porn or some shit. But it's also like story that I can actually get into that I like, and the actors aren't terrible.
True.
I'm the lifeguard here. I don't need a lifeguard. I'm in a bathtub. Like, nigga, really?
This isn't the
fuck
beach,
is
this?
this?
The bathtub.
Don't get me wrong. Lisa Ann is fucking hot as fuck, and I don't give a shit. I'll watch her fuck somebody just because she's her. And she's like the nastiest fucking whore. I love it. But like,
You hear it here first, folks.
come on, man. I need like
No,
legit acting.
they have legitimate laws, not like rules, but laws set in place to where it actually has to be.
I know. That's why I'm saying the 50-50 will never happen, Joe. True balance doesn't actually happen. All we have is multiple agents of chaos. Magnets, Joe! Multiple agents of chaos trying to vie for balance when all they're doing is actually just making it imbalanced, yet also balanced. So no, it's never going to be 50-50. But porn is always going to exist. TV is always going to exist. Movies is always going to exist.
It exists.
Exist, yes.
Okay. Just had to make sure.
I'm trying to make a point.
And the point is that there is actually what you want out there, but you refuse.
I didn't
to go
refuse.
see
I
it.
literally just learned what it was. If I wasn't here in front of y'all right now, I'd be looking it up. Like, nigga, you think I'm not gonna look that up right when we done? You miss. And that is not recycling.
I made it, but it came out.
Whoa.
Squirted out of there.
I didn't say that.
Gross.
How did we get onto this subject? Why are we talking about
Because we talked
Game of Thrones? That's right.
Fine. You want to talk about something else that's disgusting?
My face?
Other than that, apparently, shut your handsome ass up. Shut your handsome asses up. Apparently, actually no, we're gonna talk about other people's faces. Because apparently, there was a whole ass Frankenstein living in Arizona, but nobody knew about it.
Wait, what?
Yes. Apparently, there was a fucking place where they were donating like people's bodies and stuff for medical purposes or science or whatever, and you come to find out these motherfuckers were making whole ass things to sell to people. You want to buy a 14-year-old with the upper half cut off? Do you want to kind like a fucking Frankenstein of like they said there was like a chick that had like someone else's head on like basically Joe's body, a chick's head on Joe's body.
So
They were like, oh, there's buckets full of like arms, legs, and dicks. Like, yeah,
That's a sexual thing, I guarantee it.
of course it was. It's
Or,
fucking
people
disgusting.
trying to do necromancy.
And they raided the place and they found all that shit and they're like, okay, all right, some fuck shit.
Then they looked down. I was like, "Why is there an alchemy circle here? We need to run now!"
But you know what was annoying? The same day that became news on the news, guess what else they were talking about? Guys, I think we should change Halloween to the last Saturday. And who gives a fuck? There was a whole ass Frankenstein in Arizona, and y'all were talking about, oh, I think Halloween should be a different day so I can bring my kids out. So who gives a shit? Kids aren't safe. Look at this.
Like he's
Look at this
trying to
Illuminati
quantify
ass
it.
nigga who's about to just like wave away everything I just said. What'd you say?
It's just people.
Yeah.
He's like, how to word this properly to illuminate like the dumb people.
Cut to that fucking image of Dave Chappelle sitting on the toilet reading white people. Fucking yeah. But yeah, they are trying to do that stupid Halloween thing. And I'm like, I think it's dumb because Halloween is supposed to be a certain day. It's a certain day not for your fucking convenience for you to celebrate it. It's a certain day because that's the day that your fucking European whatever ancestors made it because there was significance there.
Pagan rituals.
Word.
Oh,
Like
God.
so basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna be like the other white people, like fucking what's his name, where they moved Jesus' birthday to the 25th.
I still
That's
think,
That's
I
dumb.
still can't believe Christmas just really ate Thanksgiving night too.
Huh?
It will not get Halloween. No, like Christmas ate Thanksgiving completely.
Thanksgiving is, I mean, it's not even, doesn't even have a mascot.
It didn't even have a song. They were working on one, and then they were like, "We gonna do that."
Too many Native Americans in this song. We have to make it a white holiday. So, even though they taught us how to do everything,
Right.
exactly. We take the black man and turn him upside down, just like what Devon just did. He took the black chess piece and put it on top.
This is the queen.
Excuse you.
Queenie.
Excuse you. How dare you assume its gender?
King, queen.
Not
You just don't know anything
Not
about
in
chess.
2019. It's not. I'm not assuming anyone's gender.
Do you not realize
That could be a queen. That could be the other type of queen. Could be a Freddie Mercury queen. I don't know. Not assuming nothing.
Wow.
What? What? This is the right way to be. This is the right way to be nowadays.
He's talking about me, alienating people. You about to alienate
The people you don't like. You're always constantly complaining about gay people. What you talking about?
I don't constantly complain about gay people. I complain about everybody.
That's true.
Equal opportunity hater.
Basically, I'm like the time traveling haters. I'm gonna go back in time. I'm gonna hate on everybody. Like at the slave masters.
I understand it though, because it's like you join a community and then you're like, yo, this community fucking up.
Like, I'm tired of y'all.
No, see, it's when, like, right now I have an issue because you have the log cabin Republicans, which is the gay, and
I've seen
they're
American
supporting
Dad, I know
and
that.
they're supporting Trump. Yeah, after they said they would never support Trump
like he's
ever, and
literally trying
they
to get
just
rid of you.
endorsed him, and I was like, you know what? And so we may not agree with all of his stuff. It's like, see, you guys just allow for yourself to get bullied. And you're given that because why? Oh, our rights are getting messed with, and we want to cave into the tyranny. It's like, okay,
Cave into tyranny.
well, because he took away everything that Obama did, like getting people, trans people can join the army and stuff like that.
Oh my god, the straight pride festivals and shit. It's like what?
What?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Continue.
Hold on. Straight pride.
So apparently, people in Boston or wherever were trying to get a permit for a straight pride parade,
Boston.
and it didn't work out. But then it did work out, I think.
It's
and they did have it.
It's
But
contradicting its own name.
It's funny because it's like the whole point is that being gay is probably I'm not gay, but like I imagine it's similar to being black, and there's a thing about it where it's like you've been told not to be proud of it, and you're like, no, I'm going to be proud of it. So that's the point of your Pride Parade or your Black History Month or your Black parades or whatever. We don't have that, but literally, it's like it's supposed to be. There's a point of pride there, and what's the pride of being straight? You're just you're the majority. There's no one's being straight hasn't made your life harder. I don't. It's the mindset of it is weird. It's stupid. But yeah, back to what you were saying.
No, that's the only reason I've been complaining recently. But you can't put them with, like they say, oh, you can't lump us all in with them because they're stupid and Republican and blah, blah, blah. Most gay people are Democrats, and that's it. But most gay people are also racist. Let's flat out say what it is. The biggest judgmental group and racist group that's out, I just from being on the apps and seeing no blacks, no Asians, whites only.
Damn.
And that's anywhere I went. So yeah, you guys cannot don't try and hide it because most of the people don't see it because they're not on the apps and everything. But for the ones who have seen it and are affected by it,
That's kind of fucked up.
The world is a vampire.
Bruh, I don't because I'm not in contact with a lot of my gay friends, so I don't know things like that anymore. Joe's reintroduced me to a bunch of weird
how
shit.
many of your friends that are gay are actually not white?
Almost all of them, actually. There's only 2 that I know that are white, and they're not men, so I don't know if yeah.
See, I don't know.
I don't know
from
any
a
gay white
standpoint with
men.
women.
Huh?
So I don't know how it goes with women.
I don't know. I don't ask them things.
See, this is,
It's probably a terrible thing. It's like,
Like, let's not open that jar.
I should ask Cheyenne about that. Cheyenne and Patricia. See what they had to deal with. But they're also two beautiful women. Who are one's a burlesque dancer, so
they're two very beautiful women.
Hey, there's a Power Ranger that's a burlesque dancer.
Oh, your girl from iZombie is a Power Ranger. That was mad funny.
You're telling me what she's a burlesque dancer?
No, it's the other Yellow Ranger. It's
from Dino Thunder, right? Wasn't it?
SPD.
Yes, that's right. Because they didn't want. Wasn't it like they didn't want her to come back for like one of the reunions? So they're like, nah. I
don't think so because she's been at the she's come to the panels and stuff before.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah. I know for some of the people, they just have terrible flight issues.
Yeah.
Like there's I don't remember which one of the Pink Rangers. Her flights always get messed up. Yeah. So she's supposed to be at like 10 different cons. She'll make 4 of them because those other 6 something happened with her flight. That's what happened with
us.
Yeah,
she was supposed to come here.
She's supposed to be here Friday and Saturday. No, Saturday. She's supposed to be here Saturday, but something messed up with her flight, and she came Sunday, but I had to work Sunday, so I couldn't get the autograph. I was all sad at work. It was terrible.
You know, I'm not liking the state of our planes in general right now because they tried to get my girl.
They fly over our house.
No, they tried to get my girl and they failed.
He's not.
Our girl. They tried to get our girl and they failed. And they best not try it again because I'm about to fuck people up.
Who that?
Pink.
Is it Pink?
Yeah. Like her plane dropped out of the sky, like actually crashed. No one died, thankfully, but she wasn't on. She was supposed to be on that flight, but she wasn't.
Was that one of those not 787s?
It's
one of those new Boeing ones.
Oh, I don't know.
Because Boeing has been having. I remember I told you about that. I had a passenger explaining it to me. It was basically like what was it? Like the altitude meter for the plane has a malfunction where it suddenly reads that it's on the floor, so then it stops flying, and then just drops out of the sky. And that's the reason why that's been happening. Like it's not plane crashing. Like, oh no, stuff is happening, and we can like make an emergency landing. It's like no, you're suddenly going like vertical instead of horizontal, and it's just like. So I don't know if they fixed it. I hope they have. I hope they're not being like asshole money grubbing people who are like, you know how it is. They're like, oh, we could probably get over on fucking just paying for lawsuits and stuff like that.
It's just one. I don't care about how long it's taking me to take off or whatever. Just make sure the weight's fine, everything's fine, the fuel, and then we'll be gone.
Also, no snakes.
Right. Make sure.
That was dumb. Like, why were there even snakes on that plane?
First of all, how in the fuck you didn't realize you had a big ass fucking python? It's like, yo, that thing there swallowed a man.
That should have been secured in a fucking. Those snakes should have been secured in a separate part of the cabin that was like, you couldn't possibly get out of it. Even if everything broke and all the snakes were released, they couldn't possibly get out because you knew they were snakes.
Yeah.
But then again, the only reason that they did get out was because people actually helped them get out. Remember? Because it was like, they were like, oh, we're trying to go after the one guy that Sam Jackson's trying to protect. So they were like, oh, okay, we'll put him on a plane with a buttload of snakes that we know that are going to be there. So we're going to open all the things and then just like, yeah.
No, there were timers in them that caused
or whatever, but still, it was people helping him.
Yeah,
people helping the catastrophe happen.
What a catastrophe!
Word. Like if you were going under Venice and just started sawing, that'd be fucked up.
Wow.
What? I didn't say I'm actually gonna do it, but it'd be like if
you didn't say you weren't.
Nigga, I'm not going to Venice.
Be like, you know what?
Why
This
not?
has been
It's
talking
beautiful.
about
Mysterio already attacked them. I'm not going to see Venice.
Oh, that's what I gotta watch.
We went to go see that. It was good.
Oh.
There was a complaint about the movie that got debunked in the movie, so I'm like, why are people complaining about it?
It's stupid. It was dumb.
What was the complaint?
We can't tell you because you're gonna watch it.
Yeah. It's kind of a spoiler and kind of not a spoiler at the same time. That's why it's one of those things where it's like when you hear it and then you hear the other thing, you'd be like, oh, okay, and it's like, why are people complaining about this?
That's basically like people complaining about Godzilla. There weren't enough humans.
Yeah, we saw that the other day. That's stupid.
I haven't watched that one yet.
It's so dumb. How are you gonna make fun of that?
That's what people. I remember.
Who gives a shit what the humans are doing?
I don't remember if it was the first or second Transformers, but I know people were complaining about Transformers with the whole the Shia LaBeouf ones about there weren't enough people involved or there wasn't enough screen time for the actors, and it's like it's a Transformers movie.
You see Tyrese more than you see Optimus Prime in those movies.
It's like literally
shut the fuck up.
The entire movie is robots fighting robots. The only reason you have people there is to push the story along.
Tyrese
like
can't fight
why
Megatron.
is there a pull for humans to act? That's the only reason humans are there. The fight scenes for Transformers movies are always great, though. Like those are some really, really nice fights.
It's all about the two twins. Oh, he did. He got so weak.
Yeah, people complain about that. That's why they weren't in the other movies.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
No, he got racist.
I don't remember the specifics because that movie came out a while ago.
Supposed to hurt.
But it was one of those those robots are supposed to be like black-ish, Hispanic-ish people.
Oh, they're nice, but they can be kind of a lot.
Yeah. That's why they were in that movie and they weren't in the other movie.
Oh, some bitch.
They were just headbutted Uma Thurman like
Duck.
Uma Thurman.
But yeah, that's why they weren't in the other movies because people were complaining about the twins.
Mm.
And Bumblebee's a fan favorite, so he's going to be in the other movies. Optimus Prime is Optimus Prime. He's going to be in the other movies. But a lot of the reasons that some of the other bots were taken out is because people were complaining.
Because they're bitches.
Pretty much.
They are bitches. But you know what?
Jazz was awesome. Jazz in the first movie was awesome.
Jazz was
I like
beast.
Jazz.
It sucks what
That
happened to him.
Yeah. You want a piece of me? No, I want you in pieces. I'm like, no, not Jazz.
That was such a cool line, but no. It's like, don't do it.
Like they did him dirty, but like he went out like it was like, okay, like I see you, Megatron. I see you. You a threat? I see you.
What a bitch.
And then Starscream got, which was hilarious. Because Starscream is one of the classic, I'm always going to be in everything Transformers.
Devon just blinds himself out of boredom. Like.
You forgot how powerful that flashlight was, didn't you?
Yeah.
It wasn't a stun grenade, it was a flashbang.
How many fingers? Yeah, that many. No, so.
For me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I told you that my dad was gonna.
Oh, no.
I told you.
Elder
Devon's
Devon.
what the fuck?
Sexual eruption.
Word on your own bike.
This got caught on the.
Yeah. No, you know what sucks? You know what else is going to get got? American comic industry, apparently. Apparently they're not doing so well. Apparently both houses, Marvel and what are you breaking? Marvel and DC are talking about getting rid of comics.
So then what are gonna...
I have no fucking idea.
It's like, hey, we're going to have movies for the next 15 phases and that's it. Unless they do everything live action. Like, hey, we're going to have the entire House of M live action.
See, that would be dope, but then it's like, okay, but I don't know.
The only problem with that is people are going to age out of it really quick.
Yeah, they will.
And they could always recast, but the problem is like when you have certain actors portray certain characters so well, it's like you can recast it, but it's not going to be the same. So if they like for example, if they did like a Batman Year One, that would be really cool because that's one of the really really crazy Batman comics.
Yeah.
But then it's like after you finish Year One and say you go into we'll just
52 or Rebirth or whatever.
We do like Batman That Laughs or something. It's like you're gonna have to cast an entirely new what's the name. Now it would be cool if they did.
That's a story that includes like everyone in the DC universe.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like they're gonna have to build up a lot to it. They can't just drop it. That's one of the problems with the movies. Is like people complain like, oh, this person is a part of Civil War. Why weren't he there? It's like we have to build it all the way up. We can't. There's no way to do it.
The Asian girl just drew.
Putting on eyeliner or eyeshadow or whatever.
So it always looks like her eye are open? Oh.
No.
What the fuck? Why?
No, So you see it.
I
and now
see
it's,
it.
Now it's gone.
Fucking.
It's
Why
gone.
would you waste your money like that?
Mike, why would you waste your time?
I mean, you. Time's important too, but goddamn, people need to eat. Nah.
I kind of wonder how the sales are for eyeliner there.
Lanolin. That's disgusting. So, does anyone here play video games? Raise your hand.
We
if you
all play video games.
Raise your hands if you play video games.
I don't.
No?
I mean,
So
hold on.
Joe's the only person here that's not a mass shooter. Because apparently video games makes you one.
So what about World War One?
Right?
And like all the video games that came out then.
All of human history, yeah, no. Video games.
What about that guy who like stabbed his brother? You know, way back in the Bible.
Which
Where
one?
were those video games?
Which one? You talking about Cain and Abel? You talking about this guy? This guy?
Talking about Sam
McGee. They are in the Bible.
Joe? Remember that?
Nah,
Yeah.
I had something else. I didn't know you were.
but it's just no, this is gonna be a thing. We're gonna talk about this. Fucking blaming video games every time a fucking mass shooting happens. What the fuck? Why? Stupid.
How about you just limit like white people playing video games?
It's the easy medium, and you have all the stupid parents. I really just want to say stupid white people, but it's not just them. You just have stupid parents that want to find a way to blame something that's not their own fault.
Exactly. Enter Devon, a handsome young man who has been playing Destiny
How
for
dare
how
you lie
long?
to these people?
Screw you.
He's not young.
And I'm ugly as shit.
Relatively, compared to most people, yeah, most people are like, okay, so he's in the middle, I guess. Whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Who cares? Okay, we get. Fucking. Okay, he's in the middle, but he's never done a violent act or anything like that, right? Right? Nothing that you can be
go to jail for.
Go to jail for, right? Yeah. I mean, you can go to jail for assault, so
We're
gonna say you've never hurt a massive amount of people.
See,
He's still like he was still back quiet, like bro.
You weren't in
that should have
them-
been an instant.
You
no.
weren't in them 360 lobbies.
But like physically hurt them, not their feelings.
Hold up. You know that when it came to the 360, like I only like actually it's because of him that actually started to get like being in parties. No, I'm just saying like party wise, like talking to people. It's because of CJ and like us like trying to get into raids like on Destiny.
Yeah.
Other than that,
Those were good times.
Like other than that, I literally did like everything like in Destiny like that I could by myself, like soloing Nightfalls and Strikes.
Good times.
Man, happened to actually it was like a year since actually like until I actually touched a raid.
And Destiny is a game that has buttloads of guns, does it not?
Of course it does.
And you are not.
So many beautiful weapons.
You yourself are not a mass shooter, right?
Why would I be?
Exactly, because
then you
video
won't be
games
able
don't
to-
make you one.
See, because he would go to jail. He won't be able to play more video games.
It's
It defeats the
fucking-
purpose.
People are so stupid with this crap.
No, it's all because of Call of Duty. It's their fault.
Now they're trying to say shit.
They do realize that Call of Duty is literally based off of actual events and stuff like that, right? Like
Call of Duty has always been based on, well,
I
except
don't
for
know about
Advanced
that one.
Warfare and shit.
I don't know about that one
Yeah.
and Modern Warfare 2.
which one?
Was it no Russians left behind or something?
No Russians
the
left
one
behind?
we went through it, man.
Yeah, the one where you could choose to skip it because of how,
Honestly, when it came to that part,
No,
like,
I don't know
'cause
how
I
what.
did it like maybe 3 times total. The first 2 times, I literally just like walked right behind them, not doing anything.
Yeah, just sit there.
How what it is though? So I don't know.
It was extreme. Basically, you got a group of guys who made it into
It's
the
a
airport.
The
Somehow they got into the airport with these things just out freely.
Oh, guns.
Yeah, and they
Is that what the map? That map is where you're on in the
Yeah,
airport?
it's a
Yeah.
terminal.
Oh, okay.
and you just
Spray. Damn.
and you go through
Yeah.
the entire thing.
Did that actually happen in real life?
I highly doubt that.
Yeah, because airports are like no. Wait,
But-
you
well,
can have guns here, but like who are you?
Russian airports aren't like that.
Russian
They have
airports.
AK-47s on deck.
Yeah. Russians.
Exactly. Magnets. Yeah. That one I will say, okay, that's kind of questionable, but then you have people who play Grand Theft Auto all the time, curb stomping prostitutes for money, but you don't see people out here curb stomping prostitutes for their money.
Or at least nobody who plays video games who does that. Right. There's probably some subset of people who do, but still, like, it's like they were already doing that.
But see, what's weird is the fact that they still pay the prostitutes.
They just get their money back.
Some of them just paid them just to beat them. I say, yo, why would you subject yourself to that shit? You're better than that.
What I find
Overlord.
What I find funny is that
remember that guy that we don't like. He got. Continue, sorry.
What I find funny is how we as black people get demonized.
What is this we? I was black. Keep going.
We get demonized just because of the color of our skin. Of course, there's black people committing crimes killing and stuff like that, but it's white people more so white men committing these mass shootings.
Yeah,
not black people.
I think in the entire history of mass shootings, there's been one.
The sniper.
Yeah, and he was the only person who was had any kind of skill. But anyway.
Well, yeah, it's more so white people than it's us. So exactly. Why are we being more so demonized than?
Oh, because they just have mental problems. Not unlike the kind of mental problems that you could have living in America being black.
The most extreme sport
you guys
there
don't
is.
have mental problems. You guys are just animals.
Black jaywalker, kill him.
I understand why people keep saying they get tired of hearing the whole mental illness. But it is a mental illness that if you're okay with going through ancient food, yes, it is a mental problem. They need to get checked out, but that's not escape. Don't use it as a scapegoat.
Dismiss everything just because you're oh, he had mental illness. Really? So that person, there was literally a couple times in the past couple years where cops have killed a mentally ill person because I hear this stuff all the time from my mom. People with mental illness or the people who work with them end up having problems because when they get stopped by the cops, because when they're black, it's oh, that guy has a gun or that guy has a stick or whatever, and they're they think it's a gun, and it's there was literally a video where the caseworker is trying to work with the guy.
He's laying down,
and the caseworker's laying down, but the guy is sitting up, he's on the floor, but he's sitting up and he's holding a stick, and he's trying to calm him down and calm the cops down because he's trying to explain to them his condition, telling them what's wrong with him, and telling him he's mentally ill. He cannot, he literally does not understand what you're trying to tell him, what you're trying to make him do. Do not shoot him. Don't shoot me either. And I'm pretty sure that guy, somebody in that situation still got shot.
They both did, actually, if I remember correctly.
Something like that, yeah. Fucking ridiculous.
And the caseworker got shot, and I believe the guy was killed.
But then they'd be oh, well, those are two completely different things. What are you talking about? The video games things it's completely different. There's nothing. It's no, it all has to do with the treatment of how you treat different people in the same country.
No, it is complete. It's a race thing, and it's them trying to
shelter their white men.
It is. That's part of the whole white privilege thing because who's the one that's in charge of the media? So they're always gonna make sure that they sound not as bad.
Which is bullshit.
And but no matter what, and this is why I say it's just an issue when it comes down to
talking. That was a little bit too concerning. Let me check.
Probably the little
Cash
girls
got
next
out.
door.
Cash is going on a rampage. But no, it's bad because even when you have people who have the black media output, they showcase what is actually the issue on certain aspects, but then you're also trying to downplay anything that happens on your side.
Yeah.
So I understand you are trying to level the playing field, but just report the news as it is news.
And then you have news agents that are completely bullshit because you look at Fox News, and apparently dude who created Fox News basically said in a book that he created that said I made Fox News to be the counterculture bullshit. So basically, it's like it's pretty much just going to be shocking shit constantly that's going to make people whatever. And then Republicans just so happen to gravitate towards that, so that's why it's like that.
Because they want an excuse to be that way.
They just want views. Well, the Republicans want an excuse to be able to.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Republicans go there because that's what they want.
But he wants them to be like that because he's like, yes, good, that makes me money because people watch it. Whether you don't like it or whether you like it, you're gonna watch it.
Yeah.
And it's like,
there is one person, the guy that I normally watch when it comes to anything media wise, Roland Martin.
Yeah.
He's the only one that I know where if there's something going down in any media, anything.
When there's something going down and there's evil all around.
Who are you gonna call? He shows you everything that was. If there's any type of full video, he's not going to cut it up. He's going to show you everything that was happened from start to finish.
Exactly.
If there's a black person that's at fault, he's going to call them out and he's going to tell them why they shouldn't have done it in the first place.
I remember the thing we were watching with literally there was the dude who pulled up on someone's front lawn, or the cop pulled up on him on his front lawn. He was yelling at the cop, and they were saying like, "Oh, he shouldn't have done that. Oh, who should have? Who was?" They were blaming both of them.
Yeah, because the cop was saying there's something going on. Like the neighbors called them. There was something going down with
somebody
the dog, it started off with the dog. And then he said he fit the description of something where it was a city over. But with the guy, he's being too. At the time, the cop has it. I have to give it to the cop. He didn't go overboard. He was trying real hard to defuse it, but between the wife and him, the wife wasn't quite helping because she was trying to
calm him down, but
was also causing him more of an issue as well. It's like, just be quiet, just keep the camera on him. But he was going too overboard. You are going to put it into a situation where more is going to show up. It's something bad could happen with that. Right now, it's just you and him, and you are twice the size of this cop. He really is. And anytime you try to move, he's stiff arming because he needs to let you know, like, I'm still here. I am the law. But you have to show the respect. Yeah.
It's not the same as my situation where a cop had a gun on his fucking. He responded to some of Winter Soldier's bullshit with his wife. And he came to our house and basically had his it was only him and another dude. They're both bigger than me. They both clearly work out, and yet one of them felt the need to put his hand on his gun when looking at me. And I'm sitting there like, there's like 4 other white kids here and an Asian chick, and literally Winter Soldier and his brother are way more dangerous than I am. Like, you can ask anybody in the neighborhood. You can ask our parents, like, which one of these are, like, if you were to smack me, smack Brian, smack his brother, which one is actually going to attack you back afterwards? Like, more likely them. I might find a reason to, I might, like, try to hold back a little bit, but, like, they're already at you. Like, so, ridiculous. Had his hand on his gun and everything, was looking at me. I'm like, I'm going like this. Everybody's sitting there laughing like, oh, that's just JJ being funny. I'm like, no, that dude's got his hand on his gun. You need to calm the fuck down. Like, you came here responding to some shit that somebody else did. So why are you looking at me?
Exactly. And and then that's when it had the woman where the cop came in her house because she was arguing with her son.
Yeah.
And the cop heard
sounds
arguing,
of distress or whatever.
Which you're in a neighborhood, mother's yelling at her child. I don't care. You do not walk in. Yeah. You are not allowed to walk in. You have to knock and be invited in. You are a vampire. You can't come into this house unless invited. You're not allowed to do that.
I don't want to say the counter to that because if there's any vampires listening, I don't want them to.
No, the only way that a cop is allowed to come into the house without getting any type of permission to enter said presence is gunfire.
Yeah.
It has to be something along those lines where it's
either
like
gunfire or clearly like a distressing scream that's like like that someone's hurt or something.
Yeah. Like that. But the mother like going FBI off on him at that point, yes, she was right. I'll fully back her up on that. She tore that dude a new one, told him to get the fuck off my property because this is mine. I'm not renting. I own this. Leave now. And him trying to talk back.
No.
Once you found out that, she said, yeah, I'm putting my son in his place, you leave. There is nothing there for you. And you shouldn't even walk in that house. Leave now.
Yeah.
So, situations. You gotta know when you can, bite the head off the bat, when you shouldn't.
So their way of trying to combat this, though, now is they're going to try. They might possibly try in some places to put an extra tax on violent video games. Yeah. So it's probably literally anything where you could hold a gun or anything like that, no matter how
every
ridiculously.
video game is inherently violent.
Tetris is inherently violent. It's like, yeah, actually, kind of. The fucking Russians made it for some, I don't know. The program must have seen Tetris triominoes when we're in the fucking
that means
bathroom.
Nintendo about to get hard because Mario, all he does is curse on people.
Oh, nigga. Smash Bros is going to be...
Splatoon.
Japan doesn't have video games. They have never had a mass shooting. They had literally like 2 mass shootings in their whole history or something like that, but they don't have video games. See, exactly. Bitch. The second I saw that, I was like, yo, their most famous person
Sony
is a
Nintendo,
violent plumber. A violent Italian plumber that's fucking everyone up. Like, okay, alright.
Mm-hmm. And Mortal Kombat and all that stuff. You have...
Mortal Kombat would be the one where I'm like, okay.
All the anime that's out there.
You scarring people for life with Mortal Kombat, I can maybe understand text on that one because you showing people like, oh, look at the way the head breaks when I punch you in the chin like that. It's like,
Kind of want to let people know, like, they want to give you the science behind everything.
This is what a compound fracture looks like, kids. Yeah,
basically. They need to know these things. They don't teach us in schools anymore.
What do they teach in schools?
Nothing.
They teach
about can't learn cursive writing.
I kind of want to ask my nieces how they're doing in history because they're starting to teach about 9/11 and I want to know what they're learning about it. Because there's all the stuff that we know and all the stuff that they want us to know, all that kind of crap, but it's like, what are they teaching the kids about it? How are they spinning it to kids?
They're never going to give full in-depth anything when it comes to history. Because even when we were going through stuff, there were a lot of things that were left out. You get the bare minimum.
Well, yeah, because they're like, oh,
this is when it started. This is when it ended. This is kind of what went down.
And this is some of the people who were in it.
Basically, stuff they can't get in trouble for, they go in deep with.
Yeah.
If they get in trouble for it, they just sprinkle it and go.
Because they're like, well, why did that person choose to do it that way? And it's like, oh, well, actually, they were doing it this way to make it look like this, to make it so that when you learn it like this, then you think that. America has a weird block on everything where we're like, we tend to block out certain things to our people and make ourselves seem more awesome and amazing and patriotic and shit. You come to find out, like, through talking to people online, people are like, oh, so 9/11, yeah, nobody came to help us in 9/11, this, that, blah, blah, blah. Americans just stood dolo by themselves. And it's just like, actually, like, this German dude was like, actually, like, all these European countries were sending aid, and
a lot of
America
people
was
offered,
yeah.
So it's like, crazy.
Yeah. Then you have people like, Steve Buscemi, who's doing his thing. He did his stuff.
My dude was on site within like 30 minutes. Didn't they say, or like within a couple hours?
Yeah.
Because from wherever
he stopped what he was doing, and he said, you know what?
I was
a firefighter before this. I'm going out there to help my fellow guys. And he was out there doing everything. He was the first one there, the last one to leave.
And fucking, how long has it been? Like fucking 19 years later, we're just now having a bill signed where they have permanent health care. The first responders and shit. It's fucking ridiculous. Y'all made Jon Stewart cry. Now I'm gonna make you cry. That was bullshit. I'm like, really, dude? Oh, never forget, always remember. It's like, yeah, but you forget the people who pulled you out of that fucking building. Ridiculous. Mm-hmm. Anyway, we're not talking about this anymore. It pissed me off.
Well, to continue to piss Justin off, but we're going to go on something a little more lighthearted.
1 second. Before that, I want to ask you. We're going to probably start doing a segment on this where we talk about, am I crazy? Hold on a second. I'm gonna ask you something I felt, and I'm going to be like, am I crazy? So the other day,
Yes.
I went to. Here's the whole story first. Don't get sad though. No, but I went to Burger King, right? And I ordered some food, and basically, they had given my food to the dude in front of me in the drive-thru. He pulled off a little bit, stopped, realized it wasn't his food, and then walks back to the drive-thru thing, and then gives the food back, and then they give him his right thing, and they take my bag in, so I can't see it, make it seem like, oh, we didn't just give him your bag. But I saw the bags. I saw the grease spots or whatever on the bag. I saw the constellations. So I know that was my bag, because they produced my bag like literally 2 seconds later. So I'm like, am I crazy for almost not wanting to eat that food because it was in his car for like however long? Because I don't know this guy. He could have done anything to that food.
Actually, you aren't, but they're supposed to throw that out. Once it leaves the window, they can't give it out.
Okay, so I'm
they're
not crazy
they're supposed to throw it out. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They're legally obligated to.
Yeah, the only thing they could do, like if they make the food and someone just leaves, then they didn't leave the window so they could do something with it. But if it leaves the window, because remember we were at Taco Bell and that one, I don't remember who they were, but they ordered a lot of like soft shell tacos and they just left and they gave it to us for free because they didn't leave the window.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We got all those tacos for free.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, we got.
Person ordered them, paid for them, and then just sped off. It's like,
it was like, hey, anyone want soft shell tacos? Sure.
Okay.
Anyone want a burrito? Sure. Because they never left the window. They literally had it and the person just left it. It was like...
Alright, I was just wondering. Because I don't know like the rules and shit behind that. So
the rules of engagement?
There's a lot of situations where you don't know.
Anything dealing with fast food restaurants like that, it is... you can't sell anything after it's... You let go of that bag and it's in that person's car. It doesn't matter if you saw the fact that they did not even go in there and left. It's out of your control.
Because it was the one over near JT's house. And I'm probably gonna stop going to that one.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
never
that
gonna go
one
back to that one.
It's not worth it.
Ghetto as fuck.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
It's disgusting. It's almost like the Wendy's over here. It's not great.
Yeah, there's probably all types of dirty in there.
Probably.
But
yeah, I just wanted to know. So I'm not that crazy.
No, you are crazy, but you're not that crazy.
Okay.
You're running right on that one.
So maybe you should name it to Am I That Crazy?
Maybe. I didn't have a formal name for it. Everybody just started saying, yes, you're crazy. I'm like, okay.
But am I really that crazy?
Do I have to have music for my segment now or something?
You gotta compose your own music for it. You know you're rusty.
Oh, one last thing about the mass shooter thing. They're trying to shift it to, oh, well, a lot of these mass shooter guys, they don't have fathers. Nigga. Who at this table has a stable family with respect to, like, father and mother, like...
what just went in my head?
Like, nigga.
Your favorite Vine?
I don't give a fuck. Bitch, I don't give a fuck. That was literally me when I heard them say that. I was like...
Oh, my daddy love bitch.
Like, bitch.
Do the normal thing what white women do and start having
never
daddy
word
issues.
together. Fucking stop it. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. I don't want to hear that shit.
So you gotta
I don't shoot up schools.
You gotta use the Naruto defense. His dad died. He didn't even meet him. He became a Hokage. Shut up.
Hell, I came from had an extremely abusive father, physically and mentally. I'm not crazy.
Later. So more stuff. I don't have anything.
Well, no, I wanted to bring this up because we've been having an argument for almost a month now.
Ooh, which argument?
Oh, we brought the Walmart dude into it.
We can finally talk about this.
Which argument? I know you
Boy,
guys
you
got
about to
confused.
die on this hill.
Because he says that there are women who can have really nice thighs and no ass. And
it's true.
I'm sorry, you cannot.
There was literally a woman I was looking at the other day.
We were in Walmart.
And
okay,
as we
Walmart
were
rules.
explaining it to the dude.
Walmart rules.
Okay,
You do not bring in
okay.
people from Walmart.
Ratio for Walmart for crazy people to sane people is actually kind of good. It's like 1 in 100 people is crazy in Walmart.
No.
Because at any given moment that a Walmart is open, there's at least 400 people, so you're gonna see 4 crazy motherfuckers in the store at least.
No,
I'll give you 5 to 100. 5% of the people that go to Walmart are like.
It's more like 10, but I'll give you your 5.
Because there's plenty of times we go to Walmart and we don't see a person that's like, oh, now we don't go through the whole store. Also, these people have legs usually, so
yeah, they're moving.
So, but like, it's not every time that you go. Like the amount of pictures that you're looking at online when you see these crazy ass people that are in Walmart, like that one lady who was wearing like flesh tone spandex and shit. It's like, bitch, you look like you wearing your own skin. That's like
now,
there's not that many people that
you
are
have
like
to say that
that
guy we talked to even said it was true.
That's all through all those pictures that you see from like all the crazy Walmartians or whatever. Those are throughout all of America's Walmarts. All of America's Walmart. That's thousands. That's hundreds of thousands of stores, possibly tens of thousands of stores, and you only have maybe what, like 200 pictures. That's not a lot. That's really not a lot.
Aren't allowed. You realize the fact that they really aren't allowed to put that stuff up there. But here's the thing: the guy was there for what? Only a few months. He said within like the first week. We are not in a crazy town. It's not like we're in Pigeon Creek, Alabama.
We're not in a crazy town.
We really aren't though. We are rated one of the top
Carl,
cities. We're rated one of the top cities to raise a
Death
family.
Metal Dave?
We are one of the top cities to raise a family.
Do you remember? Whose family you raising? Raising the Addams family? You raising the Addams family in this town?
Hey, no, I'm gonna bring it up so you can just see. It is.
And there is actually interesting. Like this city does like hit a lot of like top 10 type stuff, which is funny to me.
I can see that because there's surrounding areas like around.
Well, see, no. The surrounding areas get shit on.
Yeah.
Do they really?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's why
yes.
that's why it's
Iron Hills get shit on where all the white people live?
Well, it's where all the white people live. Of course, it gets shit on.
Greco gets shit on too?
Gecko Moria all the time.
Not Gecko, Greco.
I know, but
has he popped up in One Piece?
Yes.
Okay.
Keep reading.
I was curious.
I told you that.
Never.
How you gonna finish it then?
I'm gonna watch it.
I'm going to have to.
Yeah,
what?
you're gonna have to. You said.
I was just saying that I have to read My Hero.
Yeah.
Gotta read Vigilante.
We have to keep watching more One Piece. I got him to watch like an episode.
Hey, episode commitment issues. I'm telling you.
I'm working on it with him. I'm not gonna let you have commitment issues. I want you to be your best self.
You two gotta rewatch. What's the name? Blood Blockade Brigade.
We
finished it.
Oh, you finally finished season 1?
Yeah.
We finished that a while ago.
I didn't know you guys finished it. I thought you were still.
Yeah, we weren't waiting for you because
you didn't have to wait for me. You just had to watch it.
That's what I said. I'm like, it's gonna be forever before Carl comes back here. He constantly work. He got like 2 jobs, 5 kids. He's Jamaican. He's Jamaican.
He's one of the. He's one of the good ones.
So since you finished season 1 of that, you gotta go season 1 of Food Wars.
Or go to season 2 of Blockade Brigade because that show was kind of hit. It had good music, but like, it was a show that's based in New York City. It has to have good music.
Didn't we get through season 1 when I was?
We got through some of season 1. I don't know if we finished season 1.
The Food Wars?
Yeah.
Food Wars is that old?
Food Wars is their season 3 came out last year, I believe. Of Food Wars.
Yeah. Oh damn. Animated shortage is real.
Well, yeah, Food Wars is 12 episodes apiece, so they're getting pushed out real quick.
I know that
I know we started it together. I don't know if you finished it though, because I remember it was me, you, and Matt. I remember you were having a
Food
get
Wars
together.
Is one of those shows
and that's when Matt found out about it, and we watched the first 2 or 3, and Matt was like,
"I'm iffy on it because I'm gonna want to eat the food."
It gets real, dude.
And I know I can't find that here. Like I like. So I'm like, oh, look at this ramen bowl. I'm like, bruh,
Dude,
Where is
the
it,
thing he
though?
does with eggs, the ramen bowl with eggs and stuff.
I can try and do. Maybe let's make a day where I.
That's what we tried to do, and it was hilarious.
You know what? When
Why do
I
you
get
always
the
have to bring
camera,
up? Why do you always have to bring up my pain?
that's what I'll do. I'll start doing like little cooking things as well.
We were trying to make dango with rice flour or whatever, and it's like, oh, you need hot water and you also need like cold water or whatever for shit for doing stuff. So you mix in the hot water first, and then the dude in the video put his hands in it and mixed it up perfectly. I put my hands in the hot water and flour, and it hurt like a bitch because it was sticking to my hands and it was also burning. So I was like, son of a bitch! Oh my god, what the fuck? I'm gonna keep doing it though because he did it. I was like, it hurts. Oh my god.
So the video looked into your soul and saw a bitch. Is that what you're saying?
The rice flour looked in my soul and found a bitch, and it looked in my fingers and found a bone. It hurt like a bitch. That was almost like that. It hurt like that fucking door last night. If you heard me cussing last night, that was because I opened the door and like the arc for the door, my toe was perfectly there, my big toe. So it was like. And it like it pushed the nail in. Yes.
So that's what I heard over the headset.
Like, son of a bitch, ass, nigga, fuck, ah!
I heard everything you said. What?
So think of Grumpet, the song that they made. Dang it, God, shit! No. Yes, that's.
That was literally me for like 2 minutes.
That
was like
3, 4.
I was gonna say that was like 3 or 4 minutes.
You
that
went on the
hurt
good ring.
so fucking bad.
But yeah,
I thought it was the pinky toe,
Nah,
but yeah.
they found the bitch in the big toe. And the nail kind of like it because it pushed it back like that. Like the back part of it is kind of cut a little bit, so it's like now you gotta wait for it to grow out. So.
Damn. Yeah, sexy. But yes, the argument at hand is the fact that women with nice thighs have no ass. I do not believe this.
I didn't say that all of them do. I said it's possible for stop putting words in my mouth.
I said
it's possible that. What did the Walmart employee say to you yesterday? He said exactly what I was thinking, which is sometimes you have girls who have amazing thighs, but then if you look at the butt, like the cheeks and stuff like that, they don't have hips and they don't have they just have a flat but it's wide butt. That happens a lot. There was a woman we saw yesterday at Walmart as I was like, oh, Joe, look. And she walked away. And literally, I'm sitting there like, bruh, that was the perfect person for him to see because she had a flat ass. Flatter than that one chick at JT's party.
Wow.
Rude as hell.
I mean, when you got the other chick there that was all voluptuous and whatnot, and then you compare her to...
Now, I will say this. For the flat ass part, are you just looking at it from behind, or did you see it from the side?
I saw it from all angles.
You saw it from all angles?
As I adjust my glasses, I saw it from all angles.
See, this is where I'm going to say,
everything.
BS, if you're saying she was walking out, you only saw the backside of it.
No, I didn't see her when she was walking out. I saw her pretty much like 5 or 6 different times throughout the party. Like,
no,
he's talking about Walmart.
Oh, you're talking about Walmart. I saw her as she was walking by us. She was walking by, so I saw the side view. I saw the kind of like
5 different times.
There's something about that white chick. I'm about to be like, yo. I mean, I had to make sure though. Because Devon was right. Devon was saying like it could have been that like maybe her yamage was being held down by her tight pants.
We've seen
but
that.
I was also saying that I'm like, I don't think her pants are that tight.
You don't understand how
have
tight
the
women's
power.
pants are.
They looked kind of baggy on her. That's why I was like, it doesn't look like that.
See, they'll have parts where yes, it's baggy towards the legs.
No, not parts. I mean like.
No. I'm saying they'll have some parts where it looks like they're baggy towards the legs, but the hips, them things is tight as hell. Yo, what the fuck is up? Hold up. Caught off guard. Also, I streamed for the first time last night.
Yeah, I hear you streamed and it was...
Oh, shit!
And my laugh coming through there sounds so fake.
She's a chonga.
Wow.
You got
I
the
felt
chocolate
so
eyebrows.
bad.
Like Joe's actual laugh sounded so fake.
Oh yeah, his and it's creating a reverb because his own laugh is making him laugh.
To
So
me,
he's like,
to me, it sounded like he was like just actually like just saying ha 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 like over again. I was like,
Yeah, the robot laugh.
ha ha ha. But it was actually because he couldn't breathe and he was like,
Charlie Murphy.
So that would have been a great. You had 4 people, dude. That for the first day 1 stream, that was great. It's
Already
just that
put
our
him to
frame
shame.
rate was bullshit. No, I had like 4. Because I was playing Minecraft though. That's Minecraft is one of those games that's like eternally always going to be on Twitch as long as they're not, as long as Minecraft doesn't.
Fuck out of my room and playing Minecraft.
Fuck out of my room. Yeah, kid.
You think you're good? Think you're good? Huh?
Dang,
think you're
son.
good? Huh?
Got that backspin, that Beyblade backspin.
Beyblade. But
I wonder if they announced a new season for that.
I still stand by the point.
They're never going to stop. So yeah.
I still stand by the point that if a woman has nice thighs, she's going to have a nice ass. Now, I will say this. I will say for the fact that
magically cut to the video that we do. Where
y'all trying to say.
Now we're trying to find who has a nice ass and nice thighs.
And then people are going to try to say, oh, but it can be
Devon's
flat.
going to be the cameraman.
But
'Cause
here's-
I feel like Devon will be like that Yakuza dude who made the fucking ramen or whatever in that manga. He's good with the camera though. He'll be like on the ass.
So
like,
he's going to be a cameraman for Maury?
I hope he can get to that level.
Hopping over fences.
That's some god tier shit. Yo! The last time I saw that, somebody looped it so that like it was when she opened the door, it led to another. It was just continuously her running. I was like, God damn. Or no, he's Devon, I want you to get to the level of cameraman where you can be like fucking Running Man. Where niggas are full on sprinting away and the camera's like never. The VJs in that, they're fucking amazing. Day 1, my dude told his cameraman like, bro, you gotta join the gym or something like that because I'm jetting off and you supposed to be following me, but you getting me caught. But you like 10 paces behind me and they're running past you. I'm like, yeah, Running Man's a good show. I gotta show you guys that. That's
You gotta show Joe Dark City though.
Oh. Turns out I'm a porn star.
Well,
Perfect, Joe.
random.
I remember
It was that show I told you about. Remember where they're dating and then it's like, oh, turns out you're like showing people your darkest secret or whatever. So it's like, oh, that guy's actually a porn star.
Darkest secret?
Dark secret.
My dark secret.
Delivers that shit to you in a black envelope that you have to stand up and just say in front of people. It's like people you were just talking to and like hitting on and stuff. Yeah,
Good times.
it's a great fucking show.
Wow.
Reckless. What was I saying? Oh yes. So the ones who have flat asses, because I've seen what you're talking about, but then when I see them from the side, it's still it perks out because there are a few of the women who, if they're not bent over, you don't actually see the fact how their ass actually looks.
Nigga, you have to bend over for your ass. That's like
Because it goes with
if I put my
what you're
heels
wearing.
on and I also wear my spandex, then my ass is on main thing.
No.
It's like
No, it's just like with women. You know why women wear heels is to make their calves
yes, exactly.
defined.
Calves defined and also it lifts the butt a little bit.
I don't know anything about lifting the butt, but I know it's just to show off their calf. And for anyone, it's just as even with me, I already have thunder calves already. But if I am up on them where I'm forcing them to flex, it's just like when you're flexing your arms. No one really knows the fact that how defined it is until you start flexing.
Because at the end of the day, this podcast is.
I'm not here to think about your legs.
First of all, this is all for Mr. Hemsworth.
Told you.
Serena, I love
advertise
you.
yourself to more people.
Serena, I love you. Miss Jennifer Aniston, I love you.
Oh, she's got a new movie coming out,
See that
or is it a
guy?
TV show? I think it's a movie, like The Newsroom or something. I didn't watch the trailer, but it popped up on new trending yada yada yada.
The new
Miss Sandra Bullock,
Something to do with like news or TV type thing.
because the newsroom's already a thing.
maybe it's not called The Newsroom, but it's like something.
That's the one where Dumb and Dumber
and Olivia
actor,
Munn.
I feel bad. I can't remember his name, but the dude from Dumb and Dumber was on that, and he like
Jim
tore.
Carrey?
No.
Not Jim Carrey, the other guy. He tore this chick
Dave
apart
Coulier.
because he tore this chick apart because she's like, why is America
Yeah,
the
that
best country?
scene.
And he's just like,
but it's not.
bitch. Like he tore her apart.
Yeah. That was the what's the name that
That
decided
was-
whether
that
or
was
not
the
they got the show or not.
Or something like that.
Yeah. Basically, that speech. If he didn't do that speech right, they wouldn't have got the show. Like all the execs and stuff came through to listen to that speech to see if he could nail it. Like all the actors came through, was like, yeah, we're coming through to see if we have a job tomorrow. So like pretty much the entire show hinged on him delivering that speech.
People see that's one thing people don't get is the fact that Dave Coulier is actually a pretty good actor.
Yes, he's a very good actor.
And I was really glad that he
but
did get
more
that
people
part.
have seen him in Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah.
That and Full House.
Dumb and Dumber and Full House is
Was
what.
he in Full House? That was him from Full House?
Yeah.
Yeah, those two roles is what put his name in Hollywood. That role is what like escalated him like up.
Uncle Jesse and the Rippers.
Uncle Joey? Was it Joey or Jesse?
No, Jesse was the pretty boy.
Yeah, Jesse was John Stamos.
Yes.
So he was Uncle Joey then. Was it Joey? I don't know. I didn't watch enough Full House.
I was gonna say it was a white show, and I'd rather watch Family Matters.
Everywhere you look, there's a family, and they're gonna be white. Yeah.
It's a rare condition this day and age.
If you're lost,
Me and Ungrateful Ninja were talking about something yesterday that was kind of hilarious.
Get the fuck off my porch.
So apparently, you brought it up, and we both talked about it, and you made the point that apparently Will Smith is ruining movies by not being in them.
Oh yeah, because he doesn't come back for shit, and then it's just like, oh,
It's in Bad Boys 3.
he is in Bad Boy because he was like, it hinged on him and Martin Lawrence. But
That's why I'm glad it's actually doing movies against Martin Lawrence.
and then you have the other one where
Men in Black and Independence Day.
Men in Black and Independence Day. The fact that he didn't come back for those at all in any capacity, it was like they let him. He let them use his likeness, but that's pretty much it.
Let's say in one of the Independence movies, didn't he like die? Like
That's how they.
died at the end of the first
I heard.
No,
I heard
not
in
the
the
first
second
one.
movie.
I'm saying,
That's
like-
how they
That's how
justified him not being
in there.
So yeah, so
So he didn't die in the movie though. He died like
it's like they said like
we couldn't
they had his son.
as the main character.
Yeah,
because everybody else came back. Even Jeff Goldblum came back, didn't he?
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're not going to be willing to pay Will Smith what he should be getting paid, I mean,
I destroy your movie. Then why do it?
then for the Men in Black thing, I mean,
That was really stupid because he's like literally the only like Kay is always the person who's like he's on a constant like hiatus and has to come back or some shit like that, or he's not, it's not actually him because it's like, oh, it's Josh Brolin playing young Kay or whatever, but it's like Jay is the only constant throughout those three movies. Why would you not have him come back in any capacity? Even if you can only pay him for like 3 minutes of his time, that's better than
I don't think he would have had good chemistry with Chris Hemsworth or
no.
I don't think it would have.
What makes you think that?
Personality wise, I just don't see them. Only because him and Chris have been around each other dealing with Graham Norton, and even then, when them trying like to kind of bounce off, it's like,
Not a lot of chemistry.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because on Graham Norton though, it's kind of like I've heard Graham Norton talk about his show and how it's like there's multiple people and it's one of those things where everybody's a little bit sauced up. So it's like you can always fill the time by saying like even if you have a bad interview. He was talking to who was it? Stephen Colbert. He was saying like even if you have a bad interview, you could talk to somebody like bounce back and forth or whatever. But it's like sometimes they don't really give you anything. Like you know how the Migos like don't really do interviews because they're like they don't answer questions or they'll give one word answers, some shit like that. With this, you have 3 other people on the couch who can also chime in and have their own time, and everybody has the need to have their own time filled. So there's always going to be a thing. Somebody's always going to be talking because if it's not you, it's one of these 3 or 4 or 5 people. So it's like I can understand being on that show and being in that mindset, and then also not meshing with other people sometimes because it's going to happen because you don't really get a chance to talk to the people. You're just kind of there. But then you see some people who do it so seamlessly. Like Will Smith has always had good moments with Ryan Reynolds on that show. That shit's always been hilarious.
Kevin Hart.
Exactly. So
but see, Will is someone who is a people person and can really just anyone you put him next to.
Maybe he just doesn't want to be.
I don't know. I mean, you have Hancock and Thor going at it. Shut up!
Ooh.
See, he got quiet, right?
Yeah. Command respect in this house.
Some respect on my name.
He barked that when you said that.
Carl's that almost like that white friend who makes you like defy your parents for that one time. That one time, and then you get smacked across the room. You like, as you flying through the air, you like, I shouldn't listen to Carl. Here comes the
I always have that one friend. Screw you, mom. Did you say that? You know, I need to go home.
I've had one of those moments with like almost every one of my white friends. I'm sitting there like. Okay, just eyes wide looking at the floor like
Or your mom she sees some kid yelling at their parents and your mom's her beating you like, I ain't do nothing. This is for the future.
Who's about to look at his face. I told you about Winter Soldier's face. Look at his face. I know you did something. I'm like, he did something. I didn't do nothing. So Winter Soldier's got this smile on his face where like if he's doing something, you can tell. It's just like, what'd you do? He's just like, what are you talking? Nothing. No, yeah.
No. But Will doesn't have to do all the movies. I mean, it'd be good. I think it's...
How much does it cost to have someone be there for like 3 minutes? Or just literally walk through the camera?
Some people don't like doing cameos. Maybe they want to do the whole thing.
That's why I like Brad Pitt, because he was on
Deadpool?
to do a fucking movie where they can't even see his face. And literally he paid for, like, the only thing he asked for was a cup of coffee. For a dumb, stupid little role, he's like, oh, that would be funny. Why not use, like, one of the most famous actors in history to fucking... for an invisible person.
See, the only people who I feel like would do something like that is Brad Pitt, Matt Damon. I think Matt Damon has done that a lot.
Yeah, because he literally played Loki in Thor when he was and a lot of people, I was telling him about that. A lot of people didn't get that was a callback to Dogma because he was Loki. His name was Loki in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
So now they're going to do another callback to, because Loki's apparently going to be in the new Jay and Silent Bob movie.
I forgot that they were doing another one.
Yep.
I hope they get there. I hope he gets his show up and going.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that
the weed store show.
Yeah.
Because that was funny.
That was funny.
Another thing that I was going to bring up on here, because I wanted to ask you three on your stance on who is Queen Bee for R&B.
I already told you my answer.
In hip hop. Well, you didn't.
What?
Because everyone keeps saying Beyonce is, top dog when it comes to that, and I be wanting to punch people in the throat.
Beyonce is the total package. She's good with all, like, she's on the same level with respect to like all the things. She's like, I wouldn't even call her a jack of all trades. She's like a queen of all trades, because all the things she does like at a high level and well consistently. She's a little bit like the musical and performance version of like almost like Jamie Foxx. Because Jamie Foxx is very funny. He's a good actor. He's this and that third. Only her things are all separate or all concentrated just in music and performance and stuff. Whereas there are other people who can do those individual things better than her, but people refuse to admit it because of her star power.
Yeah. I still say Mary J.
Yes, Mary J is one of those people who, like, she's undoubtedly a better singer. Not even really.
To me, she's not a full-on performer.
She's.
But I haven't seen her in concert though, so I can't contest that. If someone has seen her in concert, I would say please,
I'd have to have my mom on here.
I've only been to one concert, and that was the one that you
dragged me to.
No.
Not one ticket and gave it to him.
No.
Lincoln Park and Paramore. Not Lincoln Park, sorry. That'd have been awesome though.
I might say Lincoln Park and Paramore, and I gave those away.
Fall Out Boy, Paramore.
Right. Yeah, that makes more sense. Yeah, that's right.
I don't think I've ever been to a concert.
You've played in them.
I have. But those don't really count as concerts. Those are like school orchestra,
It's a concert.
I guess. Yeah.
Actually, I think I went to a concert for Marissa before.
Marissa?
He knows.
Who's that?
My ex.
Oh.
His beautiful ex.
Who lives in
Cheers.
New England now.
I'm not. She
She's
is.
traveling around Spain.
Aren't we in New England?
Aren't we?
Speaking of Spain,
I don't know. Speaking of Spain.
He's looking at his notes,
yeah,
checking his data.
Speaking of Spain, Spain has gotten more Spanish.
yeah. I'm trying to remember. Oh, Bandai Namco, I think, is opening up a some kind of company in Spain to try to push cell phone games westward. In Barcelona.
So
I think it's Barcelona.
When you brought up Spain, like when you said Spain again, I was like that sparked something that I remembered that Michael Wade said on Facebook, or more so that he asked. He was like, he was apparently having a conversation with somebody at work, and he was like, "Do Americans speak do Americans speak American or English?" It's like English. American is not a language. He was like, all right, then what do the British speak? Really? English. Like,
Then you get into confusing questions like, what do Irish people speak? It's like
Welsh. I believe it is what it's called.
also Gaelic.
I don't know if
My
it's full
my cousin,
Gaelic.
like, speaks it. Like he had to learn it in school, and he can speak to his mom like that. Like it's not like all the way dead.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to know if it was like a dead language, but I put air quotes around dead language, by the way.
It's kind of like when you go to Canada and you can speak French, you can speak English, you can speak a couple other things because of immigration and whatever, but mostly English and French. Ow. That hurt like a bitch. The pain.
See, for me, the only spot that I ever wondered what language they spoke was like Switzerland and
They
Czech
speak
Republic.
everything.
Um,
I don't know about Czech, but
it's like-
Switzerland speaks everything.
it's like a Western Slavic or stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, when you have the world's money in this one spot,
Where-
of course they're going to know all the
We're
languages.
the neutral
I mean,
area.
they've known all the languages for a while too, because don't they? They have dealings not even just with money, just with lots of shit throughout the European Union with like almost every country. So they speak almost anything.
Yep.
The Swiss. Anyway, so Demogorgon.
Oh yeah, with Dead by
For
Daylight.
Dibada. Who
Oh,
called it?
you guys saw that?
Who called it? I totally called it. Y'all were like, nah, it's probably just gonna be a skin. I'm like, but what if it was a killer?
I didn't say that.
Y'all both said that to me.
I didn't say anything about it being a skin.
Definitely. I remember that shit because I remember the pain of like, oh.
See,
I'm
so
wrong.
you don't remember that either? Because I was like, when did he bring this up
Negro,
to us?
I've been saying it since like we saw.
No. I remember him bringing it up. I was like, I don't think they would do that. That's what I didn't say anything about it being a skin. I said I don't think they would.
So
do
maybe
that.
you shot me down and then you said, oh, it's probably just gonna be a skin. I'm like,
Magnets.
but what if it's not?
See, I got excited because I saw in the coding and all that stuff, they're talking about machete sounds. So I was thinking maybe somehow they got the rights for Jason Voorhees because apparently his game is just shit.
The Friday the 13th game.
So,
I don't. I've only
but
ever seen, like, one
what's
person
funny is that fact that we're getting two survivors, and I think that Hybrid Panda, who's the guy that I follow, he's very funny. If you guys want to follow someone like that, but you should really just follow Obscure or Ungrateful Ninja because they're very hilarious on their stuff.
Which you wouldn't know because you don't watch us.
See, they didn't know that until you just said that.
Nah, I'm bringing rat beef, nigga. Why don't you watch our stuff? You're hurting us.
How am I hurting you?
Because you're hurting my feelings.
He has feelings?
Right. All the stuff.
He's not
about.
evil.
I thought you were a strong black independent woman.
Who don't need no
I'm not
man.
one of those. Although talking about my feelings, you might think I am.
Nah, it's not
it's fucked up, man. I was like, he's like, oh yeah, I watched some of our stuff. He's like, I watch our stuff. You said it with so much conviction. I'm like, you mean our stuff? Like, so you listen to the podcast? Yes. So you don't listen to anything you're not in? Yes. Like, fucking asshole.
See, the funny part is the fact that that was actually a lie, and he believes it, so I'm just going to keep it going.
I want it.
That is very nice.
Oh yeah, way to salvage it now by telling another lie on top of lies.
See,
It's actually not a lie.
All we gotta do is
I can
play.
try. It's
I don't
right
know what's
there.
what anymore.
It's right. It's you literally have. Well, it's not here now because it's in my room. But you have the entire evidence right there to go look and see what I've been watching on
all we
YouTube.
gotta do is play One Piece, and then or Junior shows up.
Whoa,
that'll be
hold
it.
up.
So you
That's
just
how
watched
we-
it?
Okay, wait.
Huh?
So we can just play One Piece,
Yes.
and when Or shows
But
up,
I need
you
to see
you
the
have
other
to watch
one. Yes. All right. All right.
We look for it?
Like in the dimples.
Dimples.
Back.
What? Yeah, that's what I said. I'm like, she ain't got dimples on her cheeks. Or different cheeks.
What
Causes back dimples though? Because I know what
Muscles.
causes. Is it
Hanma style muscles.
muscles?
But in Timely Death, I've been meaning to ask you, when you
Stop
gonna get
touching my
around to
feet.
getting your PS4? Or are you gonna wait till the PS5
I
comes
You
out?
have to
know
steal it from Sarah.
what's hilarious, man. We were just
Sarah
talking
just
about
walked
this.
in yesterday with one.
I think what I'm going to wind up doing
See what happens when you live in America?
November, right? In November for Black Friday, I'm just going to go ahead and get the TV and the PS4.
That's what I need.
So
to do.
what happens with this whole marriage thing? What?
Marriage law. That's
Oh,
One Piece.
Watch more One Piece. Don't ask me any questions. Keep watching One Piece. It's probably One Piece related. If you hear me say anything weird, you're gonna be like, One Piece. I just need to keep
The
watching.
reason I was asking, Broseph, is because Sony Interactive Entertainment announced that they're releasing a limited PS4 skin for Monster Hunter Iceborne. There's a jet black one, and there's a glacier white one.
Nice.
And they're releasing controllers, glacier back and or glacier white and jet black for Monster Hunter Iceborne limited edition.
Glacier back. That sounds like a terrible nickname for somebody.
Glacier.
Glacier back. Ooh. Of course, my mind went to the dirtiest thing.
That's why we can't have nice things.
They also have wireless neck speakers, Monster Hunter Iceborne edition.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
On the back. They call it glacier back.
Wow.
I cannot with him right now. Like the microphone couldn't pick that up.
It probably did. It's
God
my
damn.
microphone. It wouldn't
Can I
betray
watch?
me. Hey, can you watch?
Hide your kids, hide your wife.
Joe's watching all these niggas.
Be in there with
In the closet.
Superman.
Yeah. Get out of my head. Stop it. Oh man.
Almost always dressed up as Superman.
Jake. I love you, Jake.
No, he doesn't.
Devon does.
I feel so bad.
Jake was
After
dead ass
you
like, yo,
told him-
Devon fucking hates me.
After you said that, I was like, damn, I feel bad for Jake now. It's like, I'm gonna stop messing with him for a little while.
You're welcome, Jake.
It's like he should know what's all in love.
He did not. He was legit asking, like, yo, does Devon actually hate me? It's hilarious. Like, no,
No, I don't have a reason to hate him.
no. I have, you don't have a reason to, but just.
I don't hate him.
No, yeah. He's like, Devon hates him. Like, Devon doesn't hate you. We have a clear list of who Devon hates. It's
You're
hanging
just
in his
an
room.
easy target.
No, I'm kidding. Why are you telling people about my list? That's what that look is like. Now you want it. Now you want it. Like, Devon, no.
Number 47.
I want to say there's probably 2 or 3 people that I actually hate.
Miss G.
Who?
Miss G.
Who?
I'm not gonna say the full name.
Okay.
I think I know one.
But I
4.
Oh, damn. Memories of my hatred for your
See what's funny is the fact
ass.
because I love her so much and he hates her so much. Oh yeah,
Wow.
she's a bitch.
I know one
Do
from
you?
from work.
Oh, fuck that bitch.
Yeah, exactly.
So is that
5? Oh my god.
Yeah, that's 5. It's up to 5 people.
Yeah, we can't talk about that though.
Yeah, just add it to the list.
Sometimes you gotta help your friends make the list.
I know one of them is orange.
Like he's orange or isn't?
No, like he hates oranges.
He hates
That's
oranges.
They have feelings.
Do they?
They give you juice.
I had a show on Cartoon Network.
That is very true.
That was a terrible show.
Yeah.
It's in the White House.
That's a Cheeto.
No, Cheetos
Not
are
the
good.
flaming hot kind.
Cheetos are good.
How dare you insult Cheetos?
I know, right?
Cheetos are delicious.
No, he's a soggy. He's a soggy.
I just thought of
Cheeto.
something
They're
terrible.
delicious.
I just thought of something terrible. You know how they have all those weird cereal flavors? Cheeto flavor cereal?
I mean, didn't
I thought he was about to say, like,
do a video where he like put Cheetos in a bowl and ate them like with milk and?
Ate him with Hennessy.
Did he?
I thought he did.
Ew, what is wrong with you?
I
It was
he
one of
did.
those-
Cheetos are one of those like.
It was either
instant
him or
sauce.
somebody else, but it
It's
was
not
definitely
even-
like one of those videos where it's like
Food
food
challenge, food
combinations. Yeah.
Because I know he did the Sour Patch Kids cereal, which why?
I mean, Markiplier did that one too, but he also did the Sour Patch Kids ice cream one.
Tactical shovel.
Exactly. I was just about to go there.
Fucking,
Like,
that shit was great.
that
Half of that shit was a commercial for the tactical shovel. I'm like,
Right.
nigga,
Yeah, you
where'd you
actually
get
showed
this?
me that.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
He mentioned it, and then you
like-
brought it up. So apparently, I just need
I
to
brought it
watch
up to
this.
him when we were in Walmart.
It's like I kind of want to get a tactical shovel. I'm
You
gonna get a
gonna
tactical shovel.
Are you gonna get the ice cream too and eat it like?
No, because I might cut myself.
I'm like, yo, I'm waiting, countdown for him to cut himself. Like 3, 2, aim me in my tongue.
Ballistic.
I mean,
That
at
shit was
one,
dope.
at one point I did think about the whole like split tongue thing.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
I keep seeing girls that have that, and I found a girl on Tinder who,
One of my favorite.
I might have to do
girls
some
has their,
experiments.
tongue split.
See how that shit works. See how it,
She has to be
feels.
lesbian. Wait, what?
Huh?
What?
She might be. You know they're everywhere. They're multiplying. Oh, you know what's
You can wrap
multiplying?
around
Fucking
it and just feel
vegans
like,
are multiplying for some reason. I don't like where.
How are they spreading when they don't like? Anyway,
I mean, that just means more good stuff for us, right?
They don't like meat.
That just means more good stuff for us, right? More bacon for us.
That is true, but they're also trying to destroy our source of bacon, our source of power. So it's like they're dangerous.
I
What
mean,
you gotta do is be like, vegans say we shouldn't eat beef, shouldn't kill cows. You're adding to the pollution.
Where you're adding to the pollution by chopping down your fucking trees to make your farms or whatever. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, because when you eat cows are farting less.
so
just
basically-
less
methane in the
oxygen
air.
supply.
So basically, it's one of the two things. We can't both exist with the vegans. We can't coexist. It's not like, oh, everybody can get along. It's like, no, we either have to have buttloads of like tiny
Right.
farms with the cows, and the trees can eat the shit, or you gotta have trees, no cows. We can't. We're like kind of trying to do the middle, or they're trying to push us more towards like, oh, like 2 cows a year maybe die so that all of America can eat like a fucking pinky.
I'm sad now.
It's fucking stupid.
Why?
Someone brought up Artex.
What?
Someone brought up Artex. Now my child is crying on the inside right now.
The fuck?
Never ending story. White horse. Swamp of sadness.
Damn.
Probably the saddest scene I've ever seen in a movie. Ah, that poor white horse. And if there was a child that did not cry during that when they saw that,
Wait, what movie are you talking about?
never ending story.
Oh, I never saw that.
Serial
Same
killer.
word. I never.
I am not a serial
I'm a
killer.
serial killer because okay.
No, if you didn't
Okay,
cry,
Karen, you should go work for the news.
Those
I
Karen
mean-
stories are hilarious.
Those Karen stories are great. I love the one where the chick actually wasn't a Karen.
Mm.
She was actually trying to save that person's kid because somebody was trying to take their kid. She's like, "Oh, I just have this haircut because I like it." It's like, bitch.
They're
You know, people
delicious.
think about you when you see that when they see that haircut. She's like, "Yeah, but I got it beforehand."
Oh, new Invader Zim stuff.
Yeah, on Netflix.
Yeah.
Definitely gonna be watching that.
I might watch that after I get off of work.
New Invaders Zim stuff, and
I'm very sad that Rakamoto's Life was not like a reboot type thing.
Yeah, it was like one fucking 45-minute episode, right?
Yeah.
Stupid.
new Guilty Gear got announced. It's been a while for Guilty Gear, so that's...
How long has it been?
Honestly, I don't know. That's how long it's been.
What year is it? Guilty Gear wakes from its slumber like, what year is it?
Yeah, but it got announced that Evo is supposed to be coming out sometime in 2020. Which would be interesting, because Guilty Gear are, like, visually pleasing to watch.
Oh, Sarah told me that Rising of the Shield Hero, which is my new favorite fucking show, because fucking goddamn, that show is great. I fucking love the Shield Hero. He is basically like how I feel because he hates people. Fucking
Heard that first. He hates us.
You guys aren't people. You guys are brothers.
Oh,
Shut your filthy mouth.
You know what I was thinking about?
Happy, you were singing and we're colored.
That's what we could do for group cosplay.
What, a skit on a bus for fucking...
Oh, we could do the 4 heroes.
Exactly. Oh. No.
The what?
No.
The what?
I don't want to have to hate one of you. I would definitely be the Shield Hero, but I don't want to hate one of you. These are the 4 heroes from four cardinal heroes from Rising of the Shield Hero. What'd you say?
Actually, yeah.
I'll have to watch that.
Do you hate Spear Hero as much as you hate Mineta and Michi? Because Mineta doesn't actively do anything, but Michi and Spear Hero do actively do stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he's up there.
Nice.
He's not quite Michi level because Michi's stupid too. Motoyasu's stupid, but that's because like literally it was stacked against him for understanding. Like you literally had a person whispering in your ear the whole time that like, oh, think this, oh, think that, oh, think this. She did a good job of manipulating him. I will say that. He's stupid more because it's like, oh, you let a woman.
But he's still stupid though too.
A guy.
He's still stupid too though. Because even after the fact, when he realized that she was crap,
well, shit wasn't coming together. Yeah, he was still
highly
even afterwards.
stupid.
After though, when they put the slave crest on her and blah 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 blah. Fucking, he kind of learned to like, okay, I can't. Even when she starts like bashing down for me, it's like, yeah, he's kind of all right though. But yeah, you gotta watch that. That's really
that's a good one.
Shit, I watched it like twice in.
I'll probably start watching it after I finish. Is it wrong to try to pick up Girls in a Dungeon?
Yeah, it's good. But apparently that's gonna get another season within the next 2 years.
I wonder if they're gonna keep it at 24.
I hope because I want more and I want a lot
also
more.
It's a lot better pacing.
25, I think.
25, but the pacing is going to be really nice if they can keep it at 24.
Yeah, it's not going to slow down. Like apparently, is it wrong to pick up a girl in a dungeon? People were saying that the second season, its pacing is weird.
Well, that's because the first season covered like I don't remember the exact numbers, but like for example, if the first season covered 12 episodes to cover like 5 chapters, the second season is going to cover like 2 or 3 chapters, or at least that's what I heard. So it's going to cover less material, but they're going to spread it out so that the pacing will be better. That's what I hear.
So it should be good. All right, okie dokie.
I will say though, because I know I'm a little late to the game on this one. Finally saw the My Hero movie.
I gotta finish that.
I liked it, but I don't like how people... I can almost guarantee if I went and saw it in the theaters when it first came out and how people were hyping that up, I'd have been so pissed at the movie. So I'm kind of glad it took me this long to see it.
I hate it when that happens, when people hype up a movie so much and then you're like, okay, it's all right. Like you actively ruined the movie for me because you got my hopes up to here and the movie came to here and it's like
that's why I wait to watch a lot of anime because people hype it up too much and then it's like okay this wasn't all that great.
Hype to die down because remember freaking Goblin Slayer wasn't as bad as people were saying. Like it wasn't like people there's constant fan service, this other was like they unnecessarily showed a girl peeing her pants. I'm like, what do you do in that situation where you're about to die and you don't know what the fuck
you're literally watching a girl's
basically a fucking child. Like stop it.
So, Goblin Slayer is something that did catch me off guard on how good it was. It was good enough to the point where I actually went to go to read the manga to see what was up with it.
I know a lot of people were complaining about Shield Hero because of the timing it came out with the Me Too movement, but people forget that the manga came out before the movement, so it's like calm down. Yeah.
First of all,
because of how like he got
but also fucking
his situation.
You're talking about a
situation
kingdom where it's a matrilineal kingdom. Why are you upset about anything?
Yeah.
Literally, the queen is the...
Because people are like, oh, if you like Shield Hero, you're a misogynist and all this other stuff.
So now I'm digging further into my fucking feelings of being an alpha me, where I hate people because you're fucking stupid and you're understanding.
But then, like, literally,
shallow.
like, the story came out before a lot of this stuff
But
came
even
out.
if it didn't, it deals with idea. Like, it's not Goblin Slayer. It deals with an idea of something that, if anything, it deals with a true situation that does sometimes happen. Like, just because people are trying to take precautions against, like, oh, I don't want to ruin it for Devon, so I'm not gonna keep talking.
Stuff happens.
Like, stuff happens sometimes, and sometimes, yes, that's counter to what we're trying to protect people from. But like, okay, but the other thing still does happen though. You can't just like that's. Somebody was talking about. Yeah, we're not gonna talk about that. Anyway,
next time.
Possibly, yeah. Because he should be done with what's in him like quick.
What?
Not that fast. Is there on a Girl Done? There's like 12 episodes.
Yep.
I'm on episode 12 right now, actually.
Yeah, so he's gonna be watching Shield Hero later today, possibly.
I gotta watch the movie. I haven't watched
I'm
the
starting
movie
to
yet.
think my dad's not gonna be coming, so.
Oh damn.
Also, Joe,
He's like really busy with like because he does like community stuff and he like helps people out, so he's gonna have me help him do some stuff. So I was like, I don't know what.
for the Hero Academia movie, how'd you like All Might's flying through the air in the like Superman pose?
I was like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah,
What
that
was
was
that?
like okay, what?
Honestly, I thought that he was about to do a technique like that, like
Super cock punch or something. Like, what the fuck? Why would you need to fly like that? That actually fucks you up because it's like nothing. You're meeting nothing but wind resistance doing that because you're flying forward like this instead of flying like that. You're going like this.
Honestly, like the half of the movie that I did see, didn't like the English voice. It's like I didn't like it.
Oh, for All Might?
Sorry, Vegeta. You just can't. You don't have it anymore.
Chris Sabat.
I'm sorry, what?
I think the kids' voices are weird because they all sound like they're in their 30s. Like, Todoroki's voice is way too deep. Person who's doing Deku is pretty good. They're all right because
That's probably a woman doing it.
they drive home the like the unsureness in his voice and like the crack. I'm a teenager. I'm not really sure about myself.
So very Morty-esque.
And
Kinda with less fear.
it's Run a Paper Girl in the Dungeon. You remember the episode where he loses his gauntlet thing and Ice returned it to him, and then he tries to run away and he lands in her.
Yeah.
The sub
Lands
and
in her?
the sub and the
Kinda,
dub,
yeah.
they both do the scream that is hilarious. That when he lands in her, it's freaking hilarious.
I fucking love Bell. He just ends up in these situations and it's not even. Oh, it's worse. Shinra's worse though. Because remember the chick who has like the, what does she call it? The perv wave or whatever, where like anybody around her is doing something perv. So he tries to like go high five her or something like that. He ends up like under her bra, and then she tries to get away, and then he tries to go like, "Oh, I'm sorry," and then he tries to pull his hands back, but somehow his hands end up like inside her pants. The Fire Force. The cat chick? Yeah.
I was like,
she's got the lecherous wave or something like that. She calls it. That shit was mad funny.
Have I ever told you? Because speaking of like dubbings and whatnot, when I was in Russia and I watched Fifth Element. The weirdest thing, because
Don't recall.
everybody's voice was so damn deep, including
Chris
Tucker's character was the deepest out of all of them.
That doesn't make any sense.
But when it came down to the scream, it was they cut out. Just had to be
It
Chris.
had to-
I was like, this whole movie just
That
got
is so
infinitely
fucking weird.
better.
That is so fucking weird.
Oh, because I'm watching Wanted and hearing a deep ass woman voice for Angelina Jolie, Bad Boys 2, and that one just made it even better. Because just them not going to go for the screen, we're going to cut out. It's going to be the original stuff, and it's right back into the whole.
Welcome to Russia, where the women are men and the men are bears.
Basically.
Fucking. that movie with the bear thing. I was like, what the fuck? Okay. Thank you, Russia, for giving us just.
I want to see that
gold.
movie.
What?
Where it had like the assassin dude.
Oh, he had that hook sword.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. I know exactly what you're talking about. And it had he basically was like a king, like dude, like King from Tekken. He had the bear face.
I think so, yeah. But
And
like
then
the dude, like the assassin dude, he's just like cut a vehicle in half. And
Yeah.
like it's like super.
I'm not sure
tight.
if it's high speed or if it's teleportation. I'm not
But
sure which one.
I would say like high speed, really, because you saw.
Yeah,
the
you see
movement.
the stream.
But teleportation, it's literally like from one spot to another.
Yeah. Well, it depends on the type of teleportation, but that's a whole superpower physics.
Yeah, because
conversation.
Naruto classifies teleportation as just high speed moving.
Yeah, and then sometimes teleportation is matter transference, and
Because you look at what's his name?
It's complicated.
Star Trek. What?
Oh, they're still dealing with Minato. I don't agree with it. Yeah, Star Trek where it takes all the particles apart. And
Yeah,
you
so
die a little.
I have
inside.
not a little. You die. I have a question though. Would you guys use a Star Trek transporter knowing that it disassembles you and puts you back? Like you're basically dying, and that they've described it as that stream of consciousness that you've been living. So like pretty much like your memories start from when you're a kid and they go up to whatever, and they're like the stream of consciousness. You remember certain things. But like. It's almost like waking up after you've been under or something like that. It's like you're now living a different, like, it's weird.
So you're saying you lose
you're
the memories
still
or something?
you, and you still have memories, but everything feels like a hazy memory as opposed to like what you are now, which is like everything's more clear. Like you remember what you did 10 minutes ago, clearly. Like you can see it in your head what you did 10 minutes ago, but after you use a teleporter, that memory is almost like it was like you're remembering something from 10 years ago, even though it was 10 minutes ago. There's almost it's not like you don't remember anything. It's more like a disconnect kind of, where your memories are all just like, this is in this folder of before you used the teleporter today, and now you're starting in a new folder. Where like you can still access the stuff from that folder, but it's just fuck that. You're in this shit now.
Probably not.
Even the fact that it's just killing you, like I don't know if I'd do it. There was a whole ass episode
I'd do it.
There was a whole episode where a dude like
Gotta
teleported,
find out what happens.
but it didn't break him down. So it just remade him on the other side.
Dead
and there was another
inside.
one, and then he got stuck there, and he was like, "What the fuck?" So now, because you know how they teleport out of situations and shit, so he's just sitting here in like caveman world or whatever, where the fuck they left him, and he had to live there, and then he eventually comes back, and they're like, "What the fuck? So who the hell are you?" And he's like, "I'm the one that came out of the teleporter. I'm me, guys." And he's like, "No, you're me, but I'm me." It's just like fucking.
That reminds me of one of the seasons of Ninja Turtles. There was a teleporter sequence, and you know how like Mikey's the sci-fi nerdy one, and then Donnie is the smart one, Raph is the angry one, Leo's the leader. So Mikey and
Raph's
Donnie
emotional. He's not just angry.
So Mikey was like, "Cool, teleporter." Donnie was doing all he's freaking out because of science, and Raph was like, "Oh no, we're gonna get disassembled. It's like we're gonna die." And I'm like, "Yo, you really know your stuff for the emotionally emotional one."
Yeah.
Like he was breaking all the science down for it. Now it cracked me up because he was freaking out when they had to do teleporters. Raph was not having it.
That actually makes me think of us and what, because remember we were talking about oh fuck you, we were watching Kung Fu Hustle, and we were talking about how we'd have a gang and it'd have to have a dance like the Axe Gang. No, but
I remember
we started talking about who was who in the Yu Yu Hakusho or whatever for us,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, which one of us is also like Ninja Turtle? I could see that. I could also see him being Hiei. But I could see him being Hiei. Then
He is
cool,
like
Barra.
if I remember correctly, Third Eye.
Yeah.
yes.
He's a cool guy.
Tien.
So then who's Kurama?
How is it that I end up being
I'll
the
put him
cool,
as
like,
Kurama.
He can suspend his emotions, and I wouldn't be surprised if he can stop thinking.
Hold up.
Mm.
How is that?
Let yourself open.
How is that I end up being like the either really cool dude or like massively overpowered person when it comes to like group dynamics when it's not
Does he
true?
act like he doesn't. He just sits there acting like he don't know. He's the most powerful person here. We're sitting here. We're only strong because of your cheat.
See, look at that right there.
We're living in your spiritual pressure, getting stronger.
Think that.
getting strong.
What you
It's
don't
definitely
know-
not Stevens.
What you don't know is I'm Harvey from
Harvey.
Black Clover.
Negro. Why would you do that to yourself? I'm just gonna put bear traps in my shoes. Like, why? Harvey. Because Harvey's
Harvey Dent?
He's not great. I don't like him. No, you're not.
Harvey? Do you know? You've seen Black Clover, right?
Yes. You're not Harvey.
Why am I not Harvey?
Cause no!
No, you're
Yami.
I have the longest hair in the house.
I just said the same thing.
You really just said the same thing?
You're Yami.
So I have to pick up smoking and fishing.
And pooping with the door open, tell people what to do.
And making gyoza. You do like gyoza. He did make gyoza in that one episode. Didn't he make dumplings when they were at the festival?
I didn't make anything. I just
Jack
treated
the Ripper.
someone.
Huh?
What?
So you admit to eating them.
The festival had me cracking up when you just grab Asta. It was like, they're calling you.
That shit was hilarious. Him just, the fastball specials constantly with him.
It's like,
Comic
oh
reference.
no.
Won't have any more comic
You
references.
need someone up there to cut her magic.
And they have to figure out a way to do that when he's not there, like between Vanessa and Finral. They're like, hey, we gotta throw Asa at that thing. How we gonna do it?
I'm actually curious about Yami's upper limit, because at one point they was like, yeah, Yami fought the Witch Queen and just walked away from it.
Yep.
So I'm like, where's this man's upper limit?
He fought Licked and he was winning.
That's I'm like, where's his upper limit? Because he literally went to the Witch's Forest and just broke in.
Is the new episode out?
I don't know, but I got to the episode where we see Julius Novachrono's fucking his grimoire, and I'm like, what the fuck is this big ass gigantic Rolodex bullshit? I don't have covers for my book. Like, bitch,
really
then it's not a book. Also, where the fuck was that sitting? Because all your books fly off the thing, when they get the book selection ceremony where the book selects you. Where the fuck was it sitting?
His is a special grimoire.
Yeah, it's special. Where the fuck was it sitting? It had to be sitting somewhere like everybody else's. So what the fuck?
No,
obviously
not
his was propping up the tower.
Not necessarily, because Asta's came out of the ground.
It still came out. It came out of the room.
No, it didn't.
Yeah,
It
I'm
was
pretty
in the
sure
room.
his came out the room.
His was in the room. It flew out of the room because remember that was where they
remember
that guy. The guy
remember
had
they were
him
all
tied up,
outside,
and he was tied up outside that building where they gave everybody. They had the selection ceremony.
and he was talking all that good stuff, and then the book flew
I don't
out.
have a book. Flew to him like, bitch, stop crying.
Here, take this.
You have me now.
So I wonder when Asta's going to start his 3-sword style.
I was wondering, I'm like, are they just gonna keep giving him swords? Like, he's eventually just gonna get the mouth sword too.
You gonna do Killer Bee? Put
And
one
he's
there.
gonna, yeah, words.
Beyblade.
So I'm guessing you didn't see the episode after.
Because every time I try to watch it, I love Steve and Sarah, but I'm watching stuff that has fucking subtitles, and y'all come in and start talking to me
Wait, what?
Obviously, you gotta
I don't
step your
interrupt-
Japanese
I
up.
don't
Not, I said y'all isn't them.
Oh.
Gotta step your Japanese up.
I can't even hear that because they're talking to me.
That's why don't leave your door open. Don't leave your door open.
If I'm in my room, I don't leave my door open for different reasons. Because if Steven stinks up the bathroom, that air gets in my room, and I don't like that.
Yes. There's new episodes.
Of what?
There's 2 new episodes.
One Piece, yay.
Black Clover.
There's always new episodes of One Piece.
I don't know.
Yo, my boy Gordon, no.
Ramsey?
Gordon Ramsay.
No,
Basically,
Black
yes.
Clover.
German Gordon Ramsay. Why not?
Emo.
Emo German.
So
German.
German.
He's definitely he's definitely German though. Because you look at that uniform, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, he looks. See, that's why nobody likes him. Nobody wants to talk to him because they're like, yo.
I feel so bad for him though, and it's like
His past. When you learn about his past, yeah, it's sad.
his family dealt with
poison curse bullshit. Who cares? He'll find out.
Metal Gear.
Oh my god, I clocked out at the mech bullshit. I was like, when their house turned into a mech, I was like, nope, I'm done. I walked away. I was like, nah. Sarah's like, no, keep watching it. I'm like, no, I'm done. I've had enough anime for today.
You don't like that Soul
If you'll
Leader
excuse
Gundam?
me. No.
Like, yeah, I'm just using my spiritual pressure to turn this whole city.
Actually, now that you mention it, I'm countdown to a Gundam thing in Fire Force, because that's gonna happen. Because she's he is obsessed with him. So it's like there's going to be a robot somewhere in Fire Force at some point, giant robot. Kind of like what happened with Soul Eater, how he turned the whole city into like a movable thing. Yeah, that's probably gonna happen. Exactly. Shinigami City Job.
I mean, it wasn't just the city; it was also the Spider Fortress.
Yeah.
So it was like both the city and that.
Obsession. Calvin Klein. Yeah. All right. Does anyone have anything else to say? Joseph? Shadow?
I never come in with like
With stuff?
topic, yeah.
I come in with stuff just to make sure there aren't too many silences.
It's like because I don't know what to talk about.
Everything. Talk about anything.
I'm dumb as shit.
No, you're not.
I'm dumb as shit. I'm ugly as shit. I'm old as
Actually,
shit.
I have a
Talk
question
about
for
your
you.
art, dude. Oh, we were talking about that the other day. There's literally like
Why you
people
talking about me?
who are on Twitch because we want to make you better.
That ain't gonna
Twitch.
work.
See what's gonna happen is we're
You
gonna put
can-
you on Twitch doing art, and then when
Exactly.
you make it, we're gonna live in your basement.
You can literally just draw on Twitch, and people will pay you to just watch you draw. People find the artistic process so fascinating that they'll literally just watch you draw. There's thousands of people that were. I was watching this one dude. He was just drawing like a tiger or some shit. People were watching him draw for like hours. They were just like,
Joe, different Joe.
which one, Joseph?
Yeah, Joseph. People watch him color. He's literally coloring like a dragon or a Cthulhu or something, and people were just watching him color.
He can't even draw.
They were literally
You
just
can
watching
draw.
him color pictures.
You can make shit out of nothing. You should be doing that.
I mean, monkeys do that too, but I mean.
No, that's food. That used to be food. That's different.
But quick question for you: is there anything you're particularly excited for the con? In terms of like, oh, they have a Asta figure, like anything you might be looking for?
The time that's coming up.
Yeah. Because you know how they always have mad
so
people
I don't
show
know
up.
what's gonna be like. I'm hoping.
But I'm saying, like, if they had anything off the top of your head, would you think you'd be looking to get it?
Like he's always looking for.
Like I always look for like model kits. I always look for like Kamen Rider stuff. Is there anything?
I'll try to see like if like actually I think
They're gonna have they might have the staff.
I believe I'll have that day off or those days off, but I'm gonna see it like I'm gonna be looking for like what I normally look for, which is like Funkos, cool like.
They always have a ton of
Funkos.
Funkos.
Yeah.
They always have a ton of Funkos.
Cool prints,
Yeah.
like the print I got.
Ahsoka, yeah.
That
guy, he comes to all the cons, so I hope I see him again because I want to get some of his stuff.
So prints, Funkos, what other like cool things?
I
If
need
they have
Wall-Stars
it,
posters for my room.
if they have it, like
Keyblades?
Keyblades? I
I
mean,
mean, Oblivion would be nice,
it would.
and
like
Ultimate Weapon.
the one that I have upstairs right now, it's I actually had to like figure out what place to put it. It's just like right above my
Yeah.
door.
It's open door.
But if I find something there that that I like, I'm gonna try to get it.
I was just curious.
I'm going to try to make money so that I can afford stuff at the con.
Got to make those
That's what
business
I
cards.
Exactly.
And kind of it's
broke.
kind of why I started like drawing more too, is like so I could. Is there a hole on the shirt though?
Oh no, I was gonna poke you back.
I was hoping
I got you
this
earlier.
is one of my newer shirts.
That's actually
Yeah,
one
that
of the
would
things
suck
I want
for a
to
new
get on
shirt.
top
I want
of.
it.
Getting more nice stuff with this. Hopefully, if I get this job.
Are you afraid of the dog?
He's tanning.
Chin.
Here comes the crimson chin.
I gotta get ready for work though.
Yeah, I'm gonna try
Alright.
to get more hoodies and stuff. I want to get a steamer. That's what I need to do. I need to get a steamer because like this kind of shirt, I wouldn't want to throw in the washer. I'd rather steam it to keep it decent.
That goes to show that I'm just fat. Because as soon as you said steamer, I'm thinking like one of the bun steamer things.
Actually, my mom has
The
the
other day
wooden
I was
ones.
thinking when he said steamer, I thought, what was I thinking of? I can't even remember. Oh, I thought of food too.
My mom has the wooden ones that they use for like steam buns. My mom has one of those. That's what we should do.
I was gonna get
Next
one of
to one.
those.
Yeah.
So what? Like, what do you do? Do you like get like a pot of like?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you
think
get a pot,
just,
yeah.
you put it over it.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
But yeah, we should do some more cooking stuff because I still have all those
Why, do you wanna
videos
see me
and all the
hurt
recipes.
myself?
I want to see
I wanna-
you and Joe hurt yourselves.
Actually, I'll be on board.
I would like to take part in these.
All right,
No, you're not gonna hurt yourself.
Yeah. See, we're gonna relish in them hurting themselves.
Word.
Why,
yeah,
why do you think I wouldn't hurt myself?
I don't know. You lack the stupidity to dive your hand into boiling hot water mixed with fucking flour that was clearly
you can see the
Devon,
steam from it.
I went to school and learned about thermodynamics, and I still did that shit. You know how dumb that makes you? That makes you very, very dumb. You learn the laws of physics and then you deny them, and they still hurt you. It's like, yeah, that was pretty dumb.
Yeah.
We learned. And did I though?
Did you learn your lesson?
We'll see if I learned when we start cooking again. And on that note,
are you sure that was?
Huh?
I have all those videos, so I can just put them on a flash drive.
That one dude was wearing the.
Are you sure that was hot water, not the cold water that he used?
Did he invert the physics?
It looked like it had steam coming off it. I assumed it was hot. All right. We'll talk to you guys later. All right.
Bye bye.
Have a good one.
Peace out.